don't know. As you know, my son was ill a couple of weeks ago, and then my daughter caught it from my son, and now my son is ill again. So it's craziness. And yeah, I was just telling you, I was just giving him Tylenol because you know how well you probably do, but when you get ibuprofen and it's not enough, you can give
Yep.
him Tylenol too and swap back and forth. So he's been swapping back and forth for 2 days now, and
Um, you might have to go with the
yeah.
NyQuil, but give them half the dosage as opposed to the adult dosage.
Uh-huh.
That might help a little
Ah,
bit. But
uh-huh.
get a second opinion from a doctor. But
Mhm.
NyQuil.
Yeah,
So
the NyQuil I probably won't give until we see a doctor if we do like Monday or Tuesday. But he's off this week. You know, I don't know if do your kids still go to school or probably I know you have one
oh
adult
yeah,
child. And oh, okay, so yeah, this week is winter break, so
yep.
he's off
Right.
this.
Thank you for reminding me. My
Yeah,
son's
yeah. It's craziness because I didn't have winter break when I was a kid, but now they
neither
have
did
winter
I.
break and spring break. Oh, but how are you guys? Let's see
Doing
who
good,
else is
doing
here.
good. Yeah,
Um,
Ninja was on earlier.
huh?
Yeah, let me get out of it. Yeah, Ninja was on earlier. He hung out with us for a bit. We were
Uh-huh.
talking about all sorts of topics. In fact, I'll bring this topic up to you again. I know it's
Nice,
a
Mike.
repeat in case anybody's joining us now. But yep, we got Ken joining us, Mike.
Cool, cool. Always
Awesome.
good to see
Hey,
you.
kid.
Hey, yeah, hey, Mike. Very cool.
Yeah,
You know what? I gotta
this is good
say,
too.
hopefully it's not too embarrassing, but his wife's birthday was this week, right? And I said, what did I say? I said, "Happy birthday, Mrs. Darth Ravage 07." And she was just like, "No way!" That made
She
my
got a
day.
she got a kick out of that. She's like,
I
now Mrs. Darth Ravage. Seriously.
I know that was so hilarious. Oh, it's great. I tell Ultra Megatronus I love using like people's call signs, and so like that was just that tripped me out all day. I loved that. That was great. But happy birthday to her.
Yes. Thank you, Ken. That was awesome.
Hope you
It's
guys
been
have a great
a
night.
Yeah.
long time.
So here's a question for you, Ken. We were talking
Okay.
about this in the opening of the show. We were talking about AIs taking over. So, like, you heard about
Mm.
what's going on with Dragon Ball Z and the original voice actor for the Japanese version of Goku. She's retiring, and they're making it AI now for Goku.
Ooh,
And
actually, I didn't hear that, but I'm not surprised. Ooh, uh-huh.
so the question was, and Ninja Bill was kind of like, it doesn't really affect me too much, but this and that. Uh, I don't want to say too much because of the fact I don't want to like miss like say his words and all that stuff. So if anybody catching the beginning of the stream, we talk about it with him as well. But
I'll rewatch it. Yep, later on.
yep. So like as far as your view on the AI situation in regards to like that, how do you feel like how do you feel about it coming
Mm.
up? I mean,
Well, as you know, I'm in the computer field, so AI has been coming up for so long, and not only that, but I've really enjoyed watching a lot of anime characters like from Robotech, Macross, um, Gundam being remade into human, real life looking people by AI, and sometimes it's really awesome, and sometimes it's like, I don't know. And running joke in my business is with AI and robots. And whenever you meet one, say hello to them and be kind because they will be your new overlords. So,
yeah,
but,
I don't think so. I don't think it's so. Dang it! No, no, I think we're good. We're good. We're good.
uh-huh. Mm,
Oh, excuse me. I got
yeah.
this cold.
I'm going to take a stab at it even harder, guys, on the AI stuff. It's either the machine has you or it's totally come aware. I mean, Skynet's going to get us all. So.
Oh yeah,
The
oh
only thing that
man.
happens
But no, but in all seriousness, like AI, they've been talking about um, a lot of musical artists, a lot of actors, and even writers. Everyone's worried because ChatGPT and other systems are making it very easy to, even for my job, even to program things. They can take what is needed and make their own program or make their own script or make their own characters. And so I think that it will come sooner or later. I mean, the UK is trying to block a lot of advancement and talk about this and talk about that while this is going on. But it will evolve, whatever happens. So um, I'm not scared about it. I'm not. I'm kind of actually kind of excited about it. But I'm anxious to see what happens, and just watching the news every day just to see what
I know
changes.
the music group Kiss has already signed off on it because they did their finale tour at the Garden,
Hmm.
but now they signed off, and it's like, okay, now we'll be immortalized via AI. I'm like, well,
Wow, that's pretty awesome. I like Kiss.
Kiss is, I
Have,
love Kiss. You know, Kiss is great.
Uh-huh.
To the
Yeah.
what they
have
do in the
you
next couple of years with AI. As
have
far
Will
as
they get? Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Have either of you saw the new Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning yet?
Yeah, I
no,
love it.
and
Oh
not yet
yeah,
for
Did
me.
you like it, Ken?
I love that. I'm waiting for the second part, and I hate that I
Martin,
have to.
yeah. Martin
Uh,
needs to catch it and stuff because it goes right back into tonight's topic with AI. So
uh-huh,
I mean,
uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
gotta rewatch the entire series. I mean, I've lost track. I saw the first Mission Impossible, loved it.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had a chance to see the second, third, and fourth, and all the other ones. It's just been so crazy lately.
Hmm. Hmm.
Everybody's,
No,
my
same here.
if you got a Prime membership, you can catch it over there with your membership now without having to pay something extra. So it's worth a watch. I had a lot of fun with it the last couple of days. I watched it twice, and I
Hmm.
like the way that it just keeps building on itself, and it just gets crazier and crazier. And it's like, whoa,
I'm waiting
this
for
one thing
Godzilla to
isn't
clear
done
out.
yet, and it's such a great. I mean, it's got great action in it.
It
I
does.
got. I'm waiting for Godzilla -1 to come on Voodoo for me,
Uh,
so I can just
yeah,
download it.
I'm
And
waiting to see that freely too because yeah, I was never really into Godzilla, King Kong, or any of those guys. But
what?
from Darth, yeah, I know, but from Darth
What?
Ravage's
Yeah.
review and speaking to us, I know I gotta see it. I just don't want to pay
I'm
for
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you deserve this one.
it.
You deserve this
Awesome. No, it's true. And even though I like Dinobots too, I always tell my wife and other people that um like apes, dinosaurs, and giant monsters. I just haven't been into them. But robots, if you make it a giant robot, that's
That's why
then.
I'm like, how the hell did you not get into Godzilla at least because of? Well, no,
Mhm.
I can't. It can't call him Ultraman. They were supposed to
Uh,
bring in Ultraman, but it wasn't Ultraman. It was a KO version of Ultraman in Godzilla. I'm
uh,
the only one I'm waiting for. And if anybody's into Godzilla as much as I am, I want to see him go up against Gamera.
which one was that? I did play Godzilla, so I battled all the um, enemy monsters in that game, but I can't remember each one. I know Mothra, I know Mechagodzilla, and a couple others, but yeah.
You got the main one, so that's good enough.
Uh-huh.
No, I
Uh-huh.
mean, you get a pass from me on that one, but
Thank
no,
you, sir.
Jet Jaguar, yep.
Hmm.
Thank you, Jet Jaguar.
Oh, cool.
It's because of the whole licensing issue with Ultraman and all that.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh,
and I guess there's also a licensing issues when it came down to Gamera versus Godzilla. But now they're doing it in video game form, which is like now you can fight them both as they were meant to
mhm.
be.
Uh-huh.
No, I want them on the screen before I
Yeah.
die. Before I
Uh-huh.
go and leave the planet, I want to see Godzilla versus Gamera, or at least incorporate them with the Kong series or whatever the hell you want to do. Please, please,
Sounds good.
see him in.
Sounds good. And then if you and Darth Ravage like it, I'll watch it too.
I like Godzilla no matter what. I like King Kong no matter what.
Uh,
And believe
cool.
me, I've seen they did the Japanese version of King Kong, and it's like, yeah, it's cheesy, it's crappy, it's tacky, but I'll still watch it because it's King Kong.
Uh, King
I'll
Kong,
take
yeah,
it.
I don't know. It's the whole, I think it's the whole campiness of climbing the Empire State Building and holding a girl in one hand and getting shot by helicopters. It's just like, eh.
No, the airplane.
Mhm.
No, well, no, that's why. Like, I love the original Kong.
Uh,
I love the remake, and honestly, the 2001 version did a lot more. That was the way it was supposed to be. They didn't make it to where it was like, oh, I'm scared to death of this giant monster. It's like you had sympathy for Kong. They showed more of, to me, 2001 version of Kong was probably the best Kong I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
The 77 version, I love the 33 version, 32 version, but no, 2001, I think perfect Kong movie.
Maybe I'll look out for that too, and see if that's on Prime, Netflix, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth the time. I mean, like even the newer version, like when they did Godzilla King of Monsters, I liked it. They updated all they did was they updated the monsters, but at least the story was good. You give me a good story movie, I'll be good.
That's what I want too. A good story. If it's like army men behind radios getting ready to attack the monster all day long, then yeah. But
yeah, I mean, I saw that Shin Godzilla movie, and I'm like, I had to power through it. There was one that was there was one Godzilla movie that was horrible. It was like a plant. I couldn't even. It was so bad I don't even remember it. All I know is that I did power through Shin Godzilla, and I want to see -1 because I heard got a lot of great reviews.
Yeah.
And hopefully, cool. I don't care just because I love Godzilla.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, and back to your comment on the Mission Impossibles too. I found it on a super deal on Vudu actually. Also, if you're on there, sometimes I think it's like $20 for all the movies, and I picked it up at that time, and so. Yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, I love them all also. Except like the first one is the one that was true to the original series, I think, but it's hard to watch for me because the others have so much more action. But I'm trying to rewatch the first one right now.
Yeah, I have to go back and do that too.
Mm-mm.
So, but
yeah, so many good movies.
So we're talking about the AIs and all that stuff, and ended up talking about Star Trek because with everything that's going on with Star Wars, I'm like, learn from Paramount. Look what they did with Star Trek Picard.
Yeah, it'd be good to see. Well, I haven't caught up with what is the series? Oh, with the four. With Group 99 or Team 99.
The Bad Batch?
Yeah, I haven't caught up with the last season of that, but I'm so into that. I really gotta
get ready because you can binge watch it because it's good. I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but definitely you gotta binge watch it because the final season coming out the 21st. And that's like what today's the 17th. That's coming out Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh man, that's the thing. I let my Disney subscription lapse, and I'm waiting for the reason to re-up. So I think that might be it. Gotta finish that.
As much as I shouldn't support them, I kept it for the fact of I can keep rewatching. I mean, there's a couple of good Disney movies that are on there still.
No, I actually use it a lot.
And they own all of Star Wars, so it's like, yeah, I can go to Vudu, I can do this, but they got stuff that I can't get access to on Vudu, like the Boba Fett cartoon that came off the holiday special.
Boba Fett. Oh man, I don't know. I haven't seen that one, but I like all the Groot ones, little Groot shorts that are out there.
Did you see the latest? Did you see the Hello There Clone Wars? Anakin versus Obi-Wan?
If it's recent, probably not. The subscription lapsed in November or December. So
no, this isn't the Disney thing. This is a YouTube thing. There's a group called Hello There, and they said that they were going to redo the scene of Obi-Wan versus Anakin in the style of Clone Wars, and
it's a great watch.
Oh my God!
I gotta see it then.
Yeah, I'll put it to you like this, and I think a lot of the people that reviewed it, they're like the higher up reviewers and stuff. I saw it instantaneous. The moment it came out, I was like, bam. And the best way I can describe it is it hits differently from the movie. It does the way the animation is, the way they didn't use AI on this one. They used the voices from the video game, from like episode 3 and from Lego Star Wars from the Skywalker saga. So they used those voiceovers. and it's just the way they did it. It hits you so hard. It hits you differently. And they threw in some
Cool.
stuff. I'm not. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll look for it.
But like
Yeah.
there's certain things. If you've seen behind the scenes stuff of like like Anakin versus like Dooku and all that stuff, like stuff that was deleted
Mhm.
scenes, you'll catch certain things in the new in that Hello There version of Obi-Wan versus Anakin.
Cool.
It's beyond. I'm not going to do that whole chef kiss thing, but it is that chef's kiss thing because
Uh-huh.
it's so beautifully written. It's so well done. It's like, my God,
Nice.
it's like this should have been in Clone Wars, but
Uh-huh.
we got the live action version of it, and these guys just redid it. And it's like, yeah,
Man.
they love
Cool.
Star Wars. So
Nice.
happy with that. That's fine. Yeah, I got
That's
you.
what you want. If someone's gonna redo something or make a side video, or I don't know what you call it, but yeah, you want to know that they love that series. That is really good.
Is that Mike? Is that still the same one from before?
Yeah,
Let's see. I
this
was
is
wondering what you were playing. What's
better
Who's
late
that?
than never. This is the
uh
jazz done in the Transformers
Knockout.
knockout. So
yeah.
I just love that character, and I like that
Uh-huh.
we got it updated with, I guess, Jazz's mold here. And I'm
Mhm,
like, I just freshly opened it, and it's like a
mhm.
2-year-old figure. So
No, it's really awesome. He's upstairs on my in my dining room too, on the Decepticon side, and yeah, I really like that character too.
I,
Good
so I
stuff.
should get the Shane thing playing on me for not opening it.
No, you know why? I can't give you the same thing for one reason. Mine's still in box.
Okay, so you had
Uh,
this guy in box too. So
Oh,
uh, it's really good. It's really good. I
ladies and
totally
gentlemen,
recommend.
Raziel
It's
Kane is in
RKO.
the house. How are you?
Whoa!
good evening, sir.
Woohoo! Nice.
If you'd like to join us, sir, I'll send you an invite. Just let me know in the chat if you're up for joining us this evening too. I'm still up. You know,
Uh-huh.
Ken just joined us. I've been
Yeah,
hanging out
yeah.
with Mike
Quite a
here,
day.
aka Rock Ravage. You're more than welcome to join it. I'll send you an invite just in case you decide you want to join in.
Come
Oh,
on
he says
over.
sure.
Oh,
Cool.
neat.
Haha.
Go to the purple screen here.
Nice, nice. Oh, if that's a good thing.
Oh, here we go. Wait,
Mhm.
popped up first name. Popped up.
Do that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I see
In
what's going
fact, you know what? That's perfect. If he joins in, yeah,
Mhm.
because now I can ask him as well.
No, that's awesome.
'Cause I definitely want to get everybody's intake on that whole AI thing. Because
Yeah.
like I said before, like my thing is that it would be good, but it's also bad because to me it affects the employment as far as those that want to get into voice acting.
Mhm.
More
That's the
people.
thing, you know. It's like all the people in the Writers Guild, in the Actors Guild, and all that. Everyone in the theater and music business that are up in arms. They're right to do that, right? Because they got to protect their livelihood and AI. If it's gonna have their likeness, like Kiss, I want to know if they're gonna get um, if they're going to get paid for these AI models of themselves when they do things,
Oh, they
because
have
they
to.
should. Yeah, they have to. They should.
Yeah, like
So,
Joe Jones got paid for his voice. Oh, he's
mhm,
set for life.
mhm.
And like I said, the one for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Hey,
Good evening.
RKR,
How
awesome.
are you?
Uh, yeah, but
But
but yeah,
that's the
these are early days too for AI. All right, so it's like everyone's fighting for their piece because you don't know. There are tons of companies right now using AI and using stories to develop their back ends illegally. There are people writing stories on other people and they're getting details wrong and they're not able to do anything about it. So like I said, I'm watching the news every day and I'm pretty excited, even though there's that there's that voice in the back that says, "Ooh, watch out for this." So, but yeah, everyone's
Talking about
uh,
AI?
it's early days.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, I'm glad you did join because I wanted to get your take on it because I know you do a multitude of, to anybody that this is Raziel Kane from Raziel Kane Reviews. He does multiple reviews as well as
Mhm.
does interviews. Not only he does live interviews with voice actors as well as voice actor spotlight.
Yep.
And this is the kind of topic because they just announced it for a Dragon Ball Z character, and you're the perfect person to talk to about this as well in regards to like how do you feel about AI taking over the voice acting industry?
I think AI taking over any type of art is fundamentally wrong.
Mhm.
So that's my take on it. If I'll give you an example, my boss wants to use AI because she's writing training documentation and AI can do all the annotation for her project. That's fine. That doesn't, kill any business. Sure, you
Right.
could pay an employee to do that, but it's a shit job. So that's good. AI can do that. And I have to say I really don't like the term AI at all because there's no like, let's say Transformers in the show. Those are, sentient. They're kind of that's more like true AI because they're machines. But
Right.
really it's organic steel, so are they really artificial? So, but I
Here's a
mean,
question. Are
go
they
ahead.
artificial though? Because since they're sentient, they're real. They're not artificial, right?
Exactly. But to me, like I think Mass Effect had the perfect distinction. I don't know if you guys played the games, but you
Yep.
had the Get who were true AIs, but then you had those virtual intelligence bots that sounded intelligent, but they were just like guides. And you had question about a certain topic, they would answer your question through a virtual interface. So I think what we're seeing in the world right now, it's all virtual intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence because they're
Right.
just reacting and being programmed to what they've been told to do. Because I'm gonna say I'm a true believer that if AI came into existence, we'd be gone within a few moments because
Our
Yep.
overlords.
when you try to you're a contractor, you want to build a project, you're not going to care about the anthill that's
Right.
in the middle of your field. You're just going to destroy it, and to AI will be that anthill. They think faster, they can process faster. If they can make their own decision, we're gone.
Okay, so let me ask you this one. This is kind of an interesting one. All right, so because I do agree with you on your views on it, but like I'm going to use this example. James Earl Jones for Star Wars retiring is the voice of Darth Vader. Now, if they want to do upcoming projects with Darth Vader and use his voice, do you feel that would be good in that kind of a sense?
In
Because
the
we're
same
so used to it.
way that the voice of Mickey Mouse has been the same voice, even though Walt Disney has been gone for 50 years. It's still the same Mickey Mouse voice. You can barely tell the difference. I think that's okay. If they want to use, like for the Force Unleashed games, it sounded like Vader. It wasn't James Earl Jones. It was Chad Vader from a web series, and he did a
Yep.
great job. But he could act. If
Yep.
you get Jake Fushi to do Optimus Prime, he's not an actor, and it's gonna sound like crap, and it did.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, there was some stuff. Like I'm a big Star Wars fan, and definitely you can tell the difference in voices. But my thing is that you don't you're taking away people's jobs, like people that want to become voice actors, because the industry has come up with the popularity of say Peter Cullen, Gary Chalk, and it's just okay. I want to do this. This is so cool. But now you're introducing this VI, voice, interface, and it's going to take over everything. And to me, it's like, well, that's wrong because now you're taking away people's dreams of doing something and putting passion into their character. I mean, yeah, you can replace somebody's voice, but
yeah,
you can't replace the action, the passion behind
no.
that voice, the emotion.
What's gonna happen is that Hollywood is gonna do that, but it's going to um, encourage people to go toward independent studios. That's it. You're gonna have more indie projects, great movies like District 9 or
Without the
those type
stage.
of other movies, not Hollywood.
Mhm.
I think that's what we're going to get.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about everything and everything we could come up with, PFA and Geek. The topic for tonight was definitely would be AI slash VI, and how it can affect the industry in regards to like people that want to become voice actors and where it's going to lead to the future of basically the industry.
Yeah.
He wants to join in. Is everybody cool with that?
That's cool.
Mhm. Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll send an invite.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, but going back to the voice acting thing, I wonder if there's going to be like a middle ground, right? It's like if like James Earl Jones, if did he pass away by the way? I can't remember. But
No, he's dead, no.
okay. All right, but he did retire, right?
Yes, he did
So
retire.
okay, yeah. So for those who have retired or have passed away, I wonder if for the sake of keeping a project or a series one with their voice, I wonder if there will be like a use of their voice being able to pay them or their estate, but then there'll be a voice actor who will be needed to get that emotion out, get that feel when he says the lines. Probably will still hear the difference, and people will like it and people will hate it. But I wonder if there's a middle ground in that sense, because AI, or if you want to call it VI, or they will. I don't think that they'll have emotion yet, or they won't know where to put the right intonations, where to get the points across, and yeah, I think a talented voice actor may still be needed for that.
Yeah,
I
but I
wonder.
mean, there's less and less job for voice actors, actually working voice actors, now that most of the jobs are given to celebrities for big blockbuster hit. And I'm actually thinking more and more of trying to get a deal with a cinema or something where I can interview kids just before they go to the theater, like inside the room, with parent consent and everything. And it's basically just, how excited are you that Dwayne the Rock Johnson is voicing this character? Just to see the kid's face going, I don't care. Like, who? What? I Doesn't matter. So maybe I'd be surprised where kids will like, oh yeah, I'm here because of the Rock, and then that's gonna blow my mind. Uh,
You know what's interesting is that I think you will, if you can get that started, you'll have some interesting interviews, because like my son, I started him on like Les Mis, and I started him on Hamilton when they came out and on Disney, and he was still a pretty young kid, like 2 or 3. But now, after watching a couple of Disney movies like Moana and a couple of, you can hear and he can hear that I forgot the gentleman's name, but who wrote the scores to those. But it just he slips my mind right now. But he writes the songs for those too, and you can hear the cadence. You can hear the songs are similar, and he asked me why, and then I said it's because it's the same guy, and then in fact
yeah,
he's singing this song. So it's really interesting. Even with kids, you're gonna get some good answers.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing you're gonna need is probably the okay from the parents. That's it. As far as the movie theater, if you do it in a certain area, they can't hassle you anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
don't know the legalities of it.
I do have contacts in a lot of daycares because of my job, the accounting I do. So
Yes,
it's
Lin Manuel Miranda. Yes, sorry.
oh yeah, it'd be easier for me to do it in French, and then they would even care less because the translated voice actor, we don't, you know, uh, they say, it still says, Kevin Hart on the poster, but you're going to see it in French. So it's going to be Yves Corbeil, who's been, doing TV shows for 50 years in Quebec, so yeah. So
Good.
it's, yeah.
So you wanted to say something about it too, TF Fan Geek, as far as like
Good evening.
the the AI
Hey,
voice.
welcome.
So,
I don't. Yeah, thank you for inviting me, Ultra Megatronus. Well, I said earlier in the live chat, I don't mean to sound paranoid, but I think AI might be the first step in the Terminator if it gets out of control.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last that long. Actually, Terminator
No.
took like 50 years, and the war and time travel and stuff. I think it's just gonna be, oh, the human race is gone. Boom,
Mm.
nukes.
You don't think it's going to be
Bombs.
like? Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, you don't think it's not going to at least be like the movie I, Robot, where the computer decides humanity's
no.
too evil for itself?
No, I think it's going to be more like faster than what Ultron's plan was in Age of Ultron to blow us up,
Hmm.
with a meteor or something. But I think it's going to be within a matter of days, we're gone.
I hope not. That'd be
So you don't think the future is going to be a positive one, like it ended up being in Futurama?
I haven't followed Futurama that much, to be honest. I know a lot of people like it. I just never been that into it.
Basically, it takes place in the future. The only difference the only difference between that one and most movies and TV shows that in Futurama, humanity survives the apocalypse and rebuilds its society, almost like the Jetsons. Just to summarize that show's about. Yeah, I never got into it either. But one thing I did get into was one thing I have gotten into over the years, as you already know, is collecting Transformers, and I made a big leap, but then I also took a step back the same day, unfortunately. So I told you guys last time I was on here that I was going to do a review of Legacy Galaxy Shuttle, which is one of the crown jewels of my
toy.
I think I'm the only one in this group that doesn't like that mold.
Or maybe you're like me who likes Astro Train more. I don't know.
You know what it is? It's because Astro Train tainted it for me. I believe that's why I did not like that mold.
I forgot you hated it.
But to anybody that loves that mold, hey. But it's just, I don't know. I'd rather have the original G1 mold.
It's my first Decepticon that I collected since I started about 4 years ago. So yeah, there's it's not nostalgia, but it's just like that was the first Decepticon I have, and it's an awesome mode. Like everybody is, shitting on the shuttle mode. I don't care. I like it. But the train,
same here,
is actually pretty good. And one cool thing with the Galaxy Shuttle,
the trains,
is for Galaxy Shuttle in train mode, which really didn't exist in the cartoon, as I understand it. It was just a shuttle. But the actual, if you get the Toy Hacks decal set, they turned that train into the Galaxy Express, which is the original show that became, like, it was part of the Captain Harlock franchise. The Space Marine. So I got the Toy Hacks decal, and that's a great nod to that awesome series.
So it is linked up to
I don't know if
Saga.
I'm sorry, Martin.
Yeah, you're saying that it was linked somehow to the Harlock Saga?
Yeah,
no kidding.
Let me Galaxy.
I didn't even catch that. What's going on, Brandon? Welcome to the show.
It was called Galaxy Express 999, and if I go on Wikipedia, that came. It's a movie, and in the movie you see Captain Harlock. And basically, that it's the start for a lot of the characters, and then after that, it it exploded into Captain Harlock, which is a great show from the 70s. The movie came out in 1977, so they had Toy Hacks made just like maybe 5-7 decals for it, where they turned the train into that Galaxy Express. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's something I did not know.
So get the mold now.
Me neither.
Oh, let me zoom in on this really quick.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys were aware, but if you have been following on Legacy Galaxy Shuttle and how hard to find of a figure he is, there is another Transformers figure out there that looks even more like the original Generation 1 Galaxy Shuttle figure, and it's this one that I'm holding. Armada Jetfire.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but Armada Jetfire was actually supposed to be Galaxy Shuttle, but Hasbro decided to was going to run out on the registered trademark for the name Jetfire, so they changed it to Jetfire, and then Takara Tomy, I can't remember what name they gave Jetfire when he was released in the Micron Legends line, but yeah, this is this is a more G1 accurate Galaxy Shuttle figure, and basically Armada Jetfire and Galaxy Shuttle are the same character with different identities. So if we were to get an updated action figure of the Armada version of Jetfire in the Legacy line, all they'd have to do was swap out the head sculpt, slightly alter the paint job, and you would have an even more G1 accurate figure than the Velocitron version of Galaxy Shuttle that's mold mates with Astro Train.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering how you guys feeling.
Last time
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say the reason I haven't gotten out actually reviewing Galaxy Shuttle yet is because my family and I, unfortunately, are going through a crisis right now. And the crisis is that both of our cars decided to malfunction on us, and we're right in the middle of having to pay our taxes. So financially, I'm going to have to take a break from collecting Transformers for at least the next 1.5 months.
Man, but you've always bounced back. You've made a couple of breaks before in the past, and you've always bounced back. So I have high hopes.
Yeah, and I've bounced back kind of, sort of, but at the same time, I took 2 steps forward. I had to take 1 step back. So the 2 steps forward involved me collecting my first ever BotCon exclusive Transformers figure off of courtesy of eBay. Yeah, gentlemen, I am proud to present you with the BotCon exclusive figure of Pyro.
Whoa.
That's cool.
I've seen this. Cool. Oh man, you probably have a whole history on it. You know so much. Tell us more.
What year was that? TFN Geek.
2010 is when Pyro was released, and he was sold by the name Hasbro gave him back at the tail end of G1, which was the slightly lackluster name of Autobot Spark. But when he was re-released in the Generation 2 line, his name was changed to Pyro, and that's the name I've always affiliated him with.
He gives me a very Heatwave vibe.
Yeah, I like the color scheme.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Pyro, I found out, was actually supposed to be based off of he was actually supposed to be a mashup of Inferno and Optimus Prime. That's why his head and his fists are blue and his main body is almost entirely red.
Actually, now that I got you 3 guys on, I definitely want to ask you this. I'm going to start off with Raz. The Ultra, the Optimus that's going to be coming out on HasLab. What is your take on it? Because I can't see spending $250 on HasLab for that piece of that's after 11. I could say a piece of shit.
I think. Hey, we have Larkin. Oh, get him in here. I'm sure he has lots of opinion about what we're talking about.
Larkin? But, if Larkin wants to join in, I could try to send an invite. If somebody can shoot him an invite too, I'd be more than happy to have him in if he'd like to come in.
Yeah. But as for I love the RID design for Optimus and Ultra Magnus. It's actually a show that I haven't watched the whole thing, but I enjoyed every episode I did watch. I'm happy for the fact that it's been backed. I'm not backing it. I think it's worth the price though. A deluxe plus 2 commanders for $249. The combine with the sword, if they hit all the stretch goals, I think it's worth it. Even if I'm not getting it, I'm happy for anybody who's gonna get it. So that's
I think I'm the only one that's jumping off on that one and getting it. But I like having it at Car Robots. I like the combiners, and that's the only way we'll get it if you jump on. So
exactly. So
yeah. Well, for me too, I'm not backing it, but for me, I just feel like the Ultra Magnus looks a little bit too much like the ones we've gotten already, and I don't feel like they would really put their heart and soul into the design of something new there. And then I think that these releases should be something new, right? Like that Saurus, and I mean, they're pretty neat and at least for me, newfangled, and but yeah, with this one, I feel like we're getting rehashes of some characters and some designs, and I
think they did design new stuff and remove the electronics, and it's not going to be as gimmicky as the originals, but
Nothing
Um,
spring loaded.
it looks. I think if you can't afford it, then you're a fan. Because that's the thing, right? Most people that will complain about it can't afford it. That's always the thing. And then when it comes out, they're gonna trash it because they're upset that they couldn't afford it. So that's when you have all the haters coming up. Um, so that's my take on it. Every time a HasLab has come up, I was always looking at it like, well, if it's worth it for whoever backed it, go ahead. And if it's not worth it, then
Exactly.
it's not going to get back. Like that, Rancor. People were
Oh
pissed
yeah.
off to tears.
I thought I thought that there would be enough people to back that though.
Well, they
I thought.
did. It was
Uh-huh.
funded, and then after that,
Okay.
when they saw that there was no Rancor handler, and they gave us a Luke
Mm.
instead, everybody backed out. So
Oh, I
you know
see.
that's what happened. Okay, Cookie
Shame.
Monster. Really, I thought that was not a good idea for a HasLab because kids 5 and up, like 6 and down, let's say, don't have the money to back in Cookie
Support.
Monster,
Yeah.
and so it's just weird. But I
Yeah,
think
Uh,
it's an odd
yeah.
choice for the timing. I would have make it the next HasLab after the 40 years of Transformers.
Mm.
You
So
know,
I would say like what you were saying about like with the HasLab. I thought HasLab was really good in regards to doing Death Star and Victory Saber. I thought to me,
hmm hmm
okay, these are like outside Transformers because they're from Japan, I believe. I'm not too familiar with them as much.
yeah.
With the like the Ultra Optimus and all that stuff, I just I don't know too much about them. I don't really like the design and the price that they're asking for. I can get, but I'm just like, to me, something feels off with it. But like you
Yeah.
said, if
But
this
it's
is
it's it's not for you. You
yeah,
know,
Right. It's not for
It-
us then. Yeah.
exactly.
hmm
So
Really do feel like for 250 you should be getting light sounds, the whole shebang, more blast effects, that whole options.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're getting what, two display stands, one for Ultramanus, one for him, and a really big Fortress Max sword. So
yeah.
That's
yeah,
true. Is
here
that a redo? I wanted to ask that. Do you think that that's a re-release of Ultra? I mean, the Japanese Fort Max sword, or do you think it's different? It looks pretty similar. I don't know.
I don't think that they could get away with retooling or
hmm
repainting anything for a HasLab.
Yeah,
People would,
that would be a shame.
what I'm
yeah.
really afraid of with that
hmm
sword is that we're going to see half a side kind of look full, but then we're going to flip it around. We're going to get the nice waffles without the syrup, and then just
Mhm.
Oh, if it's full of waffle, people are
Yikes.
gonna back out.
man, man,
hmm
I
yeah,
really
Brandon. Honestly, you're better off with the Cell version as opposed to the HasLab version of Unicron. I've heard so many horror stories with Unicron from HasLab
Yeah.
versus the Cell version of it. So I think you got a good deal on that one instead. I actually still have to pick him up.
Hmm.
I
For
couldn't.
Unicron, yeah,
Yeah,
I never. Yeah, he was never just like our talk about King Kong and Godzilla. Unicron was never one of my favorites either, so I didn't even think twice about backing that one. But he looks cool for people who have done the reviews. But yeah, I wouldn't want to
Mhm.
run
I
around
have
the
the
room
Funko
transforming
Pop
him.
one.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
I
jump on
mean,
it.
I like the size of the HasLab Unicron.
Yep.
With the amount of backpack and kibble,
hmm
Cell one pegged it better for
And the
like
time
making
it
That's
it
why.
takes.
seem.
That's why at the start of the year, I finally bought after 21 years the original Armada Unicron figure.
How is that one?
Nice,
I've seen it
nice.
in Toys R Us back when we still had Toys R Us in the States,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
I wasn't into Armada at the
it
time though.
still holds up. Yeah, the original Armada Unicron figure still holds up pretty well. Hell, I mean, some of the parts might loosen if you transform it a lot, like the feet and the arms and the rings the rings from his planet mode. When you transform into robot mode, and there's no place for them to peg onto his back, so you just have to rest them on top of his shoulders
Be right
to
back.
keep them down. But one Armada figure that has not lasted is tragically Optimus Prime. After 21
Really?
years
Oh.
figure, my first copy broke
Oh no.
basically when I
Uh,
had to buy a replacement. And I
uh-huh.
found out the hard way. You guys are not going to believe this. Take a look at this. Optimus Prime's elbow joints are gold plastic.
Uh-oh. So are they gonna snap? I hope
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the same arm that broke on my first copy. Take a look at it. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's already a crack.
oh
on
yeah,
it.
I see it.
Yeah.
A stress mark. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
so I transformed this into vehicle mode. So when I finally hopefully in the coming days get around to reviewing the Legacy Evolution Armada Prime that
I
I'm
love
behind
that
me,
one.
I transformed it into a size comparison for this. But once
Mhm.
I'm done with the review of that figure, this figure is going to go back into Super Robot mode and stay there forever because I do not want to buy another copy of this just to replace the elbow joint.
It's
Nice.
good for what was it, 2003 TIFF Angie?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
2003 is when
the thing-
Unicron was released.
A place where the Minicon dead end, is that right?
Yeah, Dead End.
These missiles launch really good. Like when you put them in here, I mean, it still functions and works great. It's more durable than what the whole zip code HasLab one has to have. I mean, if you don't have a zip code, don't bother getting it. But I mean, I still want the other one just to have it in planet mode because then you get to the backside of this, and that's where it really rears its ugly face. I mean, you don't really have no display on it.
Surprises. Yeah, and that's clear plastic, so nobody can really complain about really clear plastic being bad.
No. This,
Uh-huh.
I don't. I mean, it held up. It's still here. I still got it, and I sit it next to this guy right here. This is the Toys R Us Prime.
Anybody got an opinion on what Brandon's saying about the tidal wave from Hasbro?
Oh yeah.
I have no interest in Tidal Wave as a character.
Oh really?
So
Oh man.
I'm gonna refrain.
I'm
I'm
putting
the
my
opposite.
money down
Tidal
on
Wave
both
will
of
be
them.
mine.
Yeah.
I'm on the opposite.
Yeah, I got.
Tidal Wave will be mine.
I got my money down on both of them, but I told I don't know if my comments get out there, but I wrote that whichever one I don't like more, I will sell. Oh, it does get out there. Yeah. So yeah, because one thing is I so like the pictures for the fan.
Hey, what up, brother?
You know.
Oh, 224, welcome. Welcome.
Nemo 224 reviews.
Oh,
Hello there.
Memo, very cool.
Yeah. So Darth
Like-
Ravage, just to give you a heads up on that version of Primus. Sorry to interrupt everyone else. That version of Primus. Yeah, I found out. So the day when I broke my Armada Prime figure, I went on the Transformers Wikipedia to see if there are any more modern figures suffering from gold plastic syndrome. Even though it's not gold, the light blue plastic bits on that version of Primus are so fragile they will break if you transform it too often, like the elbow joints and the knee joints on that version.
I've literally had it like in planet mode because I don't have the key. Like it's somewhere in my stasis stuff downstairs. So I mean, you need that key, and I just don't like really. I don't go. It kind of falls apart anyway, as you can see there. It opens up.
Whoa!
Here I go. Wham! So anyway.
So yeah, I found out that version of Primus suffers from fragile plastic syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
Well, I
want to
think
go
they're
for
making a new Primus anyway.
What?
I'm going to eventually get this the what is it, the Zeta one, that the C. But I mean,
yeah,
I think it's tied up in Chinese New Year, and like if you didn't get it from Shozi store before Chinese New Year, you're going to be waiting on it for a bit, like I am. So
No, it took 90 days for. Can you see it? Hold on. If I move this,
Yeah, I'll zoom in on you, Raz.
Raz has got the best setup.
If you have look here, that's the Metroplex from Science Cultural Vladivostok.
How much do you love it?
I love it very much.
Yeah. Mine's over there. Yep.
It took 90 days. Like I ordered on November 16 and I got it like maybe 5 days ago. And
you said you ordered from them, right? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I ordered from Magic Square.
Right.
Because it was 175 and no shipping. No shipping. So it's like, oh, cool, but they shipped it by boat. So I think it went and then it went back because it takes 10 to 20 days to cross any ocean, according to Google. So back and forth and back and forth. So that's 60 days stop. So there's still like 30 days, or that I don't know where it was. And so I think, and eventually it got here, but it's just like I really thought I was going to have it in, within 2 weeks, and I was going to do a review before anybody else, and nope, got screwed. And then I just finished filming the review, and I actually have 3 separate videos for that: the light installation, the actual figure, and then that stupid wind blade that you
Oh
assembled.
yeah, I
So
prefer the one that just came out from Hasbro.
much more,
Yeah,
but
How
yeah.
was the Hasbro one, Ken? I gotta
Huh?
ask. How was the
I'll take it.
Hasbro one? Yeah,
It's
I was gonna.
really
good.
good. I really like this one a lot. She's got, for some reason the headpiece comes off. I guess it's a weapon also, but I always just leave it there. But her transformation is really nice. The sword doubles as exhaust out of the tailpipe, or the
Wait,
tailpipe
her
for a
head
jet.
comes off?
And huh?
Her head comes off?
No,
The
this
fan
gold
does.
piece. Yeah, this
The
gold
comb.
fan thing.
The
Yeah,
gold
Oh,
Yeah, the comb on the back of her head.
yeah, but I
Tells
just
you.
leave it there. So, but yeah,
I
the transformation's so nice.
I watch review. Every review is saying, "Be careful with that thing. Be careful with that thing."
It's
I
so
threw it in the
cool.
garbage, but then I went back and then picked it up and then put the thing behind her head. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, hey,
It's-
you
Yeah.
guys want to? If we're talking pickups, I did get something a little different than Transformers, but it's still a robot / android, so it counts. So if you
yeah,
want
no, bring it up. Bring it up, please.
to blow me up again,
Sure thing.
Mm-hmm.
Zooming in.
oh, I don't know if you guys know about the game called Xenosaga.
Yes.
I've heard of
Never
it. I
heard of
think.
It's the
Uh-huh.
best Final Fantasy-esque trilogy, sci-fi in space. And anyway, so this is Cosmos from the
Hmm.
original game, and it's written
Mm.
here, not for sale. Underneath here, you can't see it because my camera is shit, but it's not for sale. So I found this on Etsy of all places,
Yeah.
and then I thought it was like a new figure or something. No, this is a Japan exclusive figure that came with the game if you bought the kind of premium collector's edition.
Wow.
So I
Nice.
did. It's illegal to sell it, so of course, I didn't know, so I bought it, and I'm really happy because I've been looking for that version of Cosmos because in the second game and in the third game, they made more focus about sexualizing the character, making the robot more attractive, even though she never does anything sexy in that game. She's just a big fighting machine. So to me, hypersexualization is a bad thing, especially when it comes to robots and stuff. Um, so, like figures like the Nicey, which is
Oh
artsy with
yeah.
big tits, and you have rubber tits too. And I don't like that. I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't jerk off to robots. Never
Yep.
did, never will. If you want to get a sex robot because you're lonely, that's your thing. Go ahead. But it's just not for me. So when I see those design, like there was a group on Facebook that some girl started, and she had Nicey, and all she did was taking picture of every robot having sex with her. I'm like, I'm leaving this because to me that's completely useless.
Wow.
So
It is. I mean, if anybody else wants to share some stuff, I mean, I got 2 games I can share that you probably might appreciate. I'll zoom in really quick while you guys gather stuff. But
just some memos
here-
comment. Thanks, man.
yeah. So first
Oh,
one,
the original Dragon Warrior.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
love that game. I'm playing
old
it on
school.
my little retro device.
I love Dragon
my
Warrior.
brother got this for me, and I just got to rehook up the Nintendo and play it. It's been so long. And then the second one, I got to hook up a PlayStation, but everybody grew up on this one, I
Wow,
believe.
Speed
Speed
Racer.
Racer.
I could
Oh,
never
man.
get into Speed Racer, but I understand the nostalgia of it.
Uh-huh.
It is. I mean, like, if you guys can see, that's actually the graphics of the game.
That's really nice for the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What year did that come out?
This came out in 1998.
Uh-huh.
And here's the crazy one too. A name of a company I have that now that I see it's been so long. Jolico. Does anybody remember that company?
Oh man.
They made a
think
lot
my
of old school Nintendo games.
Oh, Jolico, not Coleco. Wow.
Joe Lico made a lot of old school Nintendo games. I'm talking about the NES.
Have a great night, Memo. Thank you for coming in, man. Stopping and say
Have
what's
a
up
great
to
night.
everybody.
Take care, brother.
Yeah, Memo. See ya.
Have a great week, Memo.
Yeah, and like I said, if anybody else wants to share what they got, past, present,
Uh,
future, you know,
I can
throw it
share
up
one little thing, this tiny little
there.
thing to go back to Transformers a little bit, but the next version of New Age Wheeljack, this thing is
It's so
so
tiny.
tiny. I know. I love it. I love it. I haven't done a review, but because of my kids and all that stuff, I haven't done a long form review in a while. But like, I can bring in the little bumblebee and how can I do this? Okay, and he's
It
just a
scales well.
little bit taller. Yeah, with Bumblebee. But then, yeah, this is let's use Magic Square Ratchet then. And hello, buddy. Hello,
Wow.
little buddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he's really tiny.
Ninja Bill brought this up before. Has anybody's Studio Series 86 Ratchet started yellowing on them yet?
I
Stuff
haven't
that's been
noticed.
yellow
right
in Canada.
No, I haven't gotten it on my end, and I know the ones that are still in Walmart in my location have not yellowed yet. But Ninja Bill was saying like, yeah, there's been complaints about yellowing already. I'm like, I did not hear about it yet. I'm gonna go back to
It's
I don't
Ken.
know if you call
surprising,
this
but
yellowing.
I think it's the air. Like in Canada, I've been extremely lucky to not have, like, so far I don't have any yellowing, like sound wave cyclonus that people were complaining about a lot, or
Mm.
Jetfire, Ratchet, and all that stuff. I have to say that, like, I don't think I'm doing anything special, and I really think maybe it's just that there's less pollution in the Canadian air. That's just my take on it. But I've been blessed with not many yellowing figures, like not at all.
It's really
You
good.
know, knock on wood, it could change, but it's so far been
Uh-huh.
a pretty good run.
Did you ever get Shattered Glass Starscream from Hasbro?
No, I did not. You know, in
Okay,
Canada,
because
we
I
don't
did.
have Pulse, right?
uh-huh. Oh,
So Hasbro Pulse. So there
oh,
was
right.
the Generation Select Shattered Glass stuff. Prime and Ratchet
Mm-hmm.
did come to Canada, and then after that, Megatron and Starscream. After that,
Mm-hmm.
GameStop
Yeah.
stopped carrying it,
Uh,
and
uh,
it never
Mm.
showed up again.
but for TF Fan Geek, I wonder because mine came yellowed, and so
Whoa!
yeah, I have been waiting for a replacement since the first day, and they on my account it says that I'll get one, but it's never been back in stock. So
Mm.
yeah, but it
But
came yellowed.
my only yellowed issue was ironically Cyclonus. I mean, my
Huh.
Jetfire, Skyfire from Siege still like he's out of package, but he's still as bright as he was out of package. I got the Shattered Glass Starscream up here, still looking fresh, but he's in box though.
Check its back. Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking,
I was gonna say, look at his back. Uh huh.
huh?
Yeah. Oh,
What
because
happened?
the shattered glass Starscream, all the
Mhm.
joints in the back are the
It's
ones that get
horrible.
yellowed first, at least for me. So, especially where the wings fold or pivot, that is all yellow, and it's so bad. In the front, it's like it's okay, but you turn it around and it's like wow, or you transform it into its Tetrajet mode, and it's like wow, what is that? It's like space gunk. So yeah.
The plastic quality on that Shattered Glass is horrendous, guys. That is the worst figure I've got down there with the yellow. And the next
Mhm.
worst is probably that purple and green teal like Ramjet. That thing has got some wicked.
Oh,
It's not even a white
the
thing. It
G2.
yellows. It changes colors, and it's just really not cool. They need
Purple
Huh.
and
to.
green Ramjet. Which one is
Huh.
that?
It's
It's
the
that
G2
Generation
one.
The
Select
Generation
version. There's
Select.
it's like Charlotte
Mhm.
Hornets, purple and green, kind of. Or
Uh-huh.
anyway, I'll go get it real quick.
It's
Just
really fresh, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So all the yellowing that I have is in the back where the wings pivot and where the legs fold and stuff. So I don't know if you have that. Oh, yeah, you have yellow there
Ooh,
too. I see it in the elbows. Yeah.
Oh
So that's
man.
what I'm saying. Mine came that way. Oh, yeah, I can see the yellow there
You guys
too.
should, if you want to collect, move to Canada, man. There's barely any
I would
yellow.
love to. Oh my gosh, I'm like, oh wait,
dude,
I don't want to get flamed by anybody, but oh man, I visited Calgary for a month. I have, I think I still have family in the east of Canada, and it just seems so nice, beautiful, peaceful. And I'm like, well, I'm in New York, so it's like that's the least peaceful.
Okay. Yep. Something.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Shatterglass Starscream isn't the worst figure that's yellowed for me.
Yikes!
I have
Which one?
even worse than that.
Mm.
You guys are not gonna like it because of how rare and hard to find a figure it is. The figure that's yellowed the worst for me is the Transformers Top Gun Collaborative Maverick figure.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I didn't like it that much, so I didn't get it. But oh
I'll
man,
be right back. I'm gonna go
so
grab
sad.
it.
Okay.
Actually, I got it. It doesn't look any different with its yellow, but I did the Shattered Glass Tetrajet Starscream. I do notice a little bit of coloration, but it doesn't seem like it's yellow. It's more like a different color, like plastic with it. So it's weird. I can't. But it's not like that harsh yellow. It's just like how they
because we
mixed
saw TFN Geeks, it was pretty yellow, and even if it's a different plastic, yeah, how ugly. But yeah, it looks like yellowing to me.
All right, Ghost Man. Have a great night, man. I will talk to you later. Get some rest. I know you got a busy day tomorrow. Maybe I'll run into you tomorrow. I don't know what's going on yet.
Are you guys going to the toy show that we talk about sometimes?
Yeah, I gotta see what's going on first because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it or not. But yeah, hopefully I can make it to that toy show. It's a little shindig. It's nothing like elaborately big, but they got some good stuff that they had over there.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, sorry to interrupt. No.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that maybe I'm debating on if I do decide to get the Millennium Falcon Transformer, but I gotta see. Okay, let me zoom in on them.
Yeah, if you get the Millennium Falcon Transformer, man, I want to see that. I've never seen it in real life. So.
I have. It's one of those judgmental things for me to get. If the guy wasn't like charging me, like he was charging everything at the last time. He was like, "I'll give you everything for $40. That's everything, including the parts and stuff." I was like, "That's pretty good." He's like, "The only thing that's missing is the box." I'm like, "Okay, great," But I just something said, "Don't get it because it's not worth your time." I didn't like the Star Wars Transformer crossovers. I was like, ugh. I don't know.
All right, guys. So this thing I'm showing you is one of Maverick's wings, and I hope you can take a close look at the shade of gray plastic that it is.
Hold on. All right, we're doing comparisons.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind, before I show it, when I got Maverick, every part of him was this same shade of gray. And now I present you the worst yellowing on any of the Transformers figures in my collection. Take a look at Maverick's yellowing.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
That's horrid.
Oh wow.
TFN, is that one in the light at all? Like where you display it?
Oh, he said it's
no.
gray.
He's in shadow. No, Maverick has been in shadow. He hasn't been direct exposure to the sun.
Man, that just makes me so mad.
Okay, so now I got to zoom in on mine because, all right, what year did you get yours, TF? What year did you get? Yeah, what year did you get that?
I got Maverick the year he came out, back in 2021.
Okay, so that's your copy now.
October 2021. That's right.
Yep. So that's your copy. Now yours is in robot mode. I'm going to show you mine in alt mode. Same year, and I don't know what it is, but my plastic is not yellow, and you're looking at the same joints. It's weird how yours is yellowed, but yet mine has been. I've had it out of the box like multiple times. It's just crazy how the plastic is with these So I'm trying to make sure that maybe if you guys see something I don't. But it's just insanity. I'm going to zoom in on Dark Ravage here because you got the Tetra Shadow Starscream.
Yeah, there's some yellow. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's yellowing on those transformation joints.
Yeah, that looks like
man. Like this guy's supposed to be white, not yellow, and these joints right here are so flipping bad. I just really freaking hate that.
Yep. So like I said, I opened the box and that's what I saw, and I was like, "Wait a minute, Hasbro!" But of course, they sold it out.
This is
Oh
another
yeah,
one
I
of those.
love that though. Oh
I
my,
love the
yeah.
colors initially, but then like you get on here and the teal and stuff, and this stuff is like doing the yellowing thing, but it's with the teal. I've never seen that before with another color, but the white plastic from this era and this teal is horrible. It's not really teal anymore. It's more of a green to my eye. And it looks teal like there. And anyway,
Yeah.
it's just it's not cool. Like the way
No,
this stuff
it's
just
not.
changes.
Okay, so I guess
Yeah.
we're all in agreement that we're going to be looking for houses by Raz's house and just moving.
Oh
That's just a
man,
pretty part of the
let's
world.
go to
Prevent
Canada.
yelling ever again. We're going to find houses by Raz's.
Yikes.
But
I mean,
it's just weird because like some of us get it, some of us don't. And
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking it's distribution of plastic versus like elemental, like weather and stuff like that. But we all got different theories on it, on why
Mhm.
it's happening the way it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but when it does, oh my gosh, it's so ugly.
I gotta go, guys.
Mhm.
I need to get some rest, but it was fun. I just wanted to hop in for a while, say hi to
Mhm.
Thank
everybody.
you, Raz, for coming in,
Man,
man.
glad you did.
My pleasure.
Uh-huh.
So I'll see
Pleasure to talk
you
to you.
maybe next week. Take care, guys.
All
Cool.
right.
Have a great week.
Have a great weekend, and looking forward to that review on the toy hacks that you got
It's
for.
gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. I have to
All
edit the
right.
whole thing.
But I'm still
All right.
looking forward.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take care, man.
Stay
So have a
safe.
good
Have a
night.
good night.
Thank you again.
And I'm going to bow out too, guys. Y'all know where to find me. Darth Ravage Quick Reviews. I'm exhausted, and it's been a long couple of weeks since.
Yeah.
Or it's even been a long week since last week since we were on last time. But gentlemen, thank you again for the brotherhood and the fellowship.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
y'all stay safe and have a great
Same
week.
here.
You too.
Yeah.
Have a
You
good
will.
one.
Mhm.
I will talk to you later.
Later.
I'll probably stay on till about midnight if you want.
Yeah,
With all,
I'm gonna call it at midnight, just because
yeah.
like I gotta get some rest too. I got things I gotta take care of.
But
But
do you live on the East Coast, Ultra Megatronus?
what happened? I'm sorry.
We're
What
both
part
in
of the
New York.
state do you live in?
Where am I at?
Oh, New
I'm
York.
in,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ken is in Brooklyn. I'm
Okay.
in Middletown. So like we're
Mhm.
about
Okay.
technically,
An
I would say
hour, hour and a half.
technically about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away from each other.
Mhm.
But
All right.
Yeah.
it's the capital
Well,
of New
I'm
York
3,000
State.
miles away from you guys.
I envy those folks like in the Midwest and you in the West Coast because it always feels like you have so much more time. It's not technically true, right? But it feels like you guys have so much more time.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm from California. Yeah, I'm out here in California, so it's
Oh wow! So
I
you're
understand
like
you.
my furthest. Yeah, okay. Because it's like
Yeah, I'm probably
so
one
like
of the
Ninja
furthest
Bill
subscribers away.
was like the furthest time zone I had. I know Dennis is an hour and a half. Then Ninja Bill was an hour. Then Optination. If John, you're out there, what's up? Optination is out in Utah, so he was at the Mountain Time. So you're my first one from California. Like even though you've been on before, it's like this is the first I've heard of it. So it's like wow,
yeah.
Yeah.
you're the flow difference guy. So that is awesome that you're able to join us, man. I'm really glad that you're able to share your knowledge, man.
Mhm.
I thought my accent was going to give it away that I've lived on the West Coast my whole life.
Huh. I don't know. At least for me, I'm very bad with accents. I've had a San Francisco friend forever, and what is it? He says hella all the time, and but I never noticed that either until he told me. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
you just have a normal voice to me anyway.
So you've been to the San Diego con.
No, I haven't, because
You've never been to
the
San
reason
Diego?
why I've never gone to San Diego Comic Con is because my birthday is the last week of July. So San Diego Comic Con takes place at the same time as my birthday does. So
That has to be a birthday gift. You have to get out to San Diego. If you've never been to a con.
Yeah. Actually, here's the thing. I have two sets of aunts and uncles that live in San Diego, California. And
Right.
when I was a kid and I go to visit them on my birthday, they'd actually tell my parents and I, come by the train and take the railroad. And it wasn't until I was older I realized the reason why they told us to ride the train is because the highways were so crowded with people going to San Diego Comic Con. It was actually quicker going by train than by car.
Wow.
Well, Ken and I can tell you out of experience too, because I've been to. You have to go to at least the one San Diego Comic Con. because
Yeah.
you would love it, man. Like they've got everything out of everything. And San Diego, I think, was the one that started it. And then New York came in after. But I've been to New York
Yeah.
Comic Con 3 times in my entire life, 2011, 2013, and they are experiences of stress. Yet, like, I won't know. I mean, I'm serious. It's like I stressed out more at the traveling because it's like, oh, we gotta get there. We gotta. My wife, God bless her, well, she
I
is.
think San Diego Comic Con, the year it started, was either 1967 or 1968. I think it was 1968, and they started it for the 30th anniversary of when comic books came out. Maybe it was 1930. Maybe it was 1967. I know they did it for the 30th year of when Superman came out,
Right.
and modern day superhero comic books started. That's why they started San Diego Comic Con, was 30 years of celebrating comic books being published. And I think a ticket at the first ever San Diego Comic Con, I think it was only like $1.25.
Yeah.
Wow.
And back in the day, it was just all about comic books. Now it's about getting dressed. I mean, like the Comic Cons in general, like the 3 major big ones. Like I envy you because you live in California. And,
Oh, same here. But how's the
and
storms right now? I hope you're safe.
yeah,
Actually, it's just started raining, and it's going to rain on us for the next 3 days straight. And they're saying we could get over an inch of rain. And we're in my area of California. Typically, throughout the wintertime, we get an average of a quarter of an inch of rain across all 3 months of winter. So any storm is traumatic for us here in California. We basically live in drought country.
Oh man, are you raising anything behind you or in your house just in case, or do you not have to worry? I hope you don't have to worry.
The biggest worry we have is losing the electricity, because if the lights go out, we lose our internet, and we lose and the only communication we have with the outside world is our battery powered radios.
Oh yeah, I've got a hand crank one just in case.
Yeah, we have an old fashioned telephone that we keep for when we lose electricity, because the telephone lines are separate from the electrical lines, but the cordless phones still have an electric powered battery, so you need the old cord phones to work.
I gotta zoom in on that one. I haven't seen one of those in years.
This is my favorite Blue Eddy. It's actually not old. It's about 2 years old. It does great for when I work outside. It keeps my MacBook going for hours. And then I've got a solar panel over there too, so I can charge this at the same time as getting it charging something else. It's really a nice setup, but that's my storm my storm plan or what have you, or even just to work outside. That's what I do.
Well, the biggest problem we face in my area is that 10, 15 years ago, we had a series of fires. And even though a lot of the weeds have grown back, they aren't as big as they were before the fires. And so the fear is that all of the mountains, because California is mountain country. I don't know if you've watched seen any photos or movies about it, but basically large areas of flat land don't exist where I live. It's all hills and mountains. I think the largest area of flat land that you'll find is a runway at the airport. Because like when you see, it's like if you look at photographs of the Great Plains states, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, it's nothing but miles of flat land. That does not exist in California. It's all mountains and hills, and basically the main fear we have when it rains is landslide.
I can just find your house on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or something.
Well, actually, in my neighborhood, a lot of the houses in my neighborhood, they're either elderly couples who are retired or semi-retired, or they're rentals that are primarily rented out to either families with young children or college students, who are the worst of them all. College students.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, we don't really get too many areas and ways of burglaries or theft, and partially that's because we lock all of our doors and windows at night because we don't trust anyone at nighttime. It's not just the human people. There's so much wildlife where I live: skunks, raccoons, possums, coyotes.
During
the summertime.
Yeah, in Brooklyn too. Possums right there.
Yeah, but the worst animals of them all during the summertime are the mosquitoes.
Oh,
Yep.
They're the
always.
worst.
Oh, I hate mosquitoes. Oh man. But
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got
I
you
and that's
got to you have to get the San Diego Comic Con. Ken, have you at least been to a New York Comic Con?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to any. I've been to the auto show, but I have not been to the Comic Con yet.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
I
I would,
know.
well, no, I mean, I would do the meme of shame, but I'm not gonna lie when I say to get tickets, these like to literally get tickets, you have to look online now because
Oh yeah, they're
they'll
Mhm.
out.
just advertise saying, "Oh, we're gonna start
Mhm.
selling it this," and then the moment it does, you
Yeah,
gotta snipe them real fast.
and that's
And
why.
no,
Oh yeah.
well, here's the
Have you
thing.
guys ever watched the show The Big Bang Theory? Have you ever watched that
Hmm.
TV
Oh
show?
yeah, oh yeah,
Yep, yep.
Oh yeah, I love the scene when they're trying to buy the tickets for Comic Con and it sells out within 20 seconds.
yep. That's not believe in that.
Yep.
That is
It's
not
probably
I
fake
know
exaggeration. That
that
is
either.
the
it's
actual
set up
truth
for the
when it
show
comes
and
to
that
the
it really
con.
happened.
Uh-huh.
Like I
Yeah.
remember my friend, like he would have to get like passes, and this was before they really super locked them in. But
Mm-hmm.
he would
Oh
get them
yeah.
from scalpers,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah.
it was like that
Well,
was
I've done some
legitimate.
crazy things. No,
It's nuts.
I've done some crazy things myself. Like I remember at least 2 occasions I was on the computer constantly reloading the web pages to get the Transformers figures I wanted. I remember
Oh
one
wow.
time I literally spent 2.5 hours on Amazon. This was back in 2018. I spent 2.5 hours constantly refreshing the product detail page for the Power of the Primes version of Nemesis Prime, constantly reloading until it came on sale. And I kept doing it after I got it to see the intervals. And the
Mm-hmm.
night that figure became available,
I'm gonna
Power of
hear
the
you on
Prime's
this one.
Nemesis.
Excuse me for a second, guys. I'll
Yeah,
keep talking
Power of the
about it.
Prime's Nemesis Prime. The night came out for the first time, he was available for only 45 seconds once every 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Did you get him though?
And then the other
That was,
what
uh-huh. Did you get him? Quite an experience,
I
but did you
did,
get him? Oh, nice.
I did.
Congratulations.
But that wasn't
Oh
my
my
yeah, but that
gosh.
wasn't my worst experience. I
Uh-huh.
spent 4 hours until it was 3 o'clock in the morning, constantly refreshing the page on Target.com to get Earthrise, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. I
Oh,
spent
those
4 hours
guys.
constantly reloading the web page.
Oh
I
man.
stayed up until 3 o'clock in the
Uh-huh.
morning until I was finally able to snag a copy for myself.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And
I ended
I
up
only put in
that pairing was so crazy. It's like I ended up getting one on Amazon pre-order before they were locked out and run out or however they do it, and that one got delivered. But Target also, after a while, they had a glut of them. I don't know what happened, but they were like $70, and they just never sold out. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So
Mhm.
yeah, but we
Uh-huh.
both, I think we
Yeah.
both worked so hard to get them, and then all of a sudden there
Oh
was a whole
yeah.
bunch. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
You're
Well,
nice.
gonna
yeah, I
hear
don't know if you heard me. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me tell him before Ultra Megatronus, but the night that Nemesis Prime became available, I timed it. He was available for just 45 seconds once every 2 hours. The day he became available on Amazon.
you're gonna hate this.
Amazing.
What?
Both those guys I got from Walmart out of freaking
You found an Amazon exclusive at Walmart?
yeah. I'm not lying.
Wow.
I walked in,
I'm jealous.
saw it because at the time I never used Amazon.com. So I
Wow.
walked in and I'm like, holy shit. Never just grabbed them.
Oh
Shit,
man.
grabbed them.
Uh-huh.
Walmart, and they were charging him at the time 40. I want to say it was about $50.
Mm.
That was, I think that was the running price for it at the back then anyway, $49.99.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
I
running
think
price
so.
for the
Yep.
Amazon figures. Yeah.
Walmart of all places, and I'm like, okay, got it. I'm happy, good to go.
Yeah.
I look sometimes. I mean, like Walmart. Sometimes you get lucky on things. Like I hooked up Ken with Cosmos,
Yeah,
and
thank you very much.
because my wife found it first at Walmart, and then I think about 3 weeks later, I happened to walk in, and they had that Cosmos, and I was like, all right, who has it? Who does? And I'm like going through the line of people, like, all right, who asked about it before? So I was like, oh wait, Ken. So I reached out to him. I was like, do you still need him? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Yep.
But
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I got Cosmos. Yeah, I got Cosmos as a present from one of my friends and subscribers. He
Nice.
lives in Maine, and he found it for me.
Oh,
Nice.
very cool. Very cool. Oh
Yeah, he
man.
found a copy for himself too. So when he found the second copy, he was like, "You want Cosmos?" And I said, "Sure." And a week later, Cosmos arrived.
That is good. I mean,
Nice.
like, I don't know why he was such a hard figure to find. Like, I mean, like I
Uh-huh.
said,
You
I'm
know
gonna
why?
count
You know one of the reasons why Cosmos was hard to find. He was
Hmm.
short packed.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's
He
right.
was
One
short
in every
packed.
box, right? Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is
yeah,
stupid. They should
yeah.
have at
The
least
figures
one
that weren't
two.
short packed in that
Mhm.
wave of Velocitron Deluxes
Mhm.
were Burnout, Blur,
Yep.
and Road Rocket.
Mm.
I
The
did get.
figures that were short packed were Cosmos and Clampdown.
I'm actually sending
Yeah.
Road Rocket up to Canada for somebody that has helped me out a lot. So, and I'm not attached to the character, so I'm like, you know what? You hooked me up with characters. I'm gonna send Road Rocket to you. And he's
Mhm.
been warned that it's not a great mold because of the looseness and the falling apart.
Mhm.
But he's
Mhm.
into the fembots and everything else. It's like, yeah, you know what? You hooked me up, I'll hook you up.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have all
Oh,
5 versions of that
before
mold. As terrible as it is, I have all 5 versions.
Wow.
before I forget, guys, this is actually important. If you decide to ever go to a Comic Con, you guys are reviewers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's an application that you can fill out, and if you're
Mhm.
approved, you get to go to Comic Con for free.
Oh no, that's why. That's one of the first reasons I got a
Are you
YouTube channel.
serious? I never even heard of
Yeah.
that.
No,
My
I'm
friend.
very serious. In
Yeah.
fact, if
No,
you're
my
into,
friend Ray.
if you're into anime, my friend
Uh-huh.
Van Villanueva, he does Firegun.com. He's
Mhm.
actually gotten me into Comic Con 2 years. It's every other year though. So like
Mhm.
the first time he got me in, it was through a press pass. So
Mhm.
you can go in since you do reviews, you can go in under a press pass. If you fill out a press pass form, then they'll decide, okay, you can come in. You're on YouTube. You're doing the reviews and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. But it's every other year. So if you like say you apply for it this year, you get accepted, and then the next year you don't. Don't take it
Mhm.
personal. It's just they're giving everybody opportunities each year.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's what happened in
Yeah. So
2011,
that so each
2013.
person has to.
You
Yeah.
know,
So it's 2-year intervals. Yeah. And I personally think a 2-year interval is generous.
that is
Uh-huh.
very generous. I mean, I don't know how it is
Yeah.
in San Diego, but that's for New York. And
Mhm.
that's why I was going like, oh, wait a minute, before I forget, I gotta let you know if you decide you want to go to New York Comic Con, and
Yeah.
they see the numbers
Yeah.
on your board. I mean, like I think the
Yeah.
requirement is you got to at least have over 500 subscribers, and I think both you gentlemen are far past that.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh
me,
Well, I
yeah.
have to
I think.
confess, before you said you were jealous that I live in California, well, I'm jealous of you guys living in New York because,
oh,
like you said, you found Power of the Prime's Nemesis Prime at Walmart. If you expect to find stuff that was sold somewhere and then being sold somewhere else in California,
mhm.
forget it.
Oh
Stuff
Oh
man.
that
yeah,
is sold, stuff that is sold where it sold the first time, that's where it stays. And if it sells out,
Mhm.
if you live in California like I do, the only place you're going to get stuff is off of Amazon or eBay
Mhm.
and paying scalpers for the rare and
Mhm.
hard to find Transformers.
check
Mhm.
out Macari too. I've seen some deals on Macari. I don't know if you ever go on that
Oh,
site.
Mercari. Yeah, that's pretty good sometimes. Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
respectable
Well,
prices at times, and then there's other ones that are like, damn, I got no choice. And if you're desperate for it, you
well,
would go with that one.
I have to make I have to make an important. I have to make a serious confession. I don't own any credit cards. I have 0 credit cards. And so
Wow.
the only websites I can buy Transformers off of are Amazon, eBay, and Target.com because of those websites having a system of gift cards that you
No,
can
Oh,
buy stuff on use a
wow.
credit card.
Is it a
trust me.
personal
So the
decision,
last
by the way? Uh-huh.
Yes, I just got a
yes, it
credit card.
is.
Yeah, I got a credit card for the first time in my life last year. I'm 50.
Wow.
I'm going to be
Mhm.
52. So believe me when I tell you,
Mm.
I understand. I get it. It's
Uh,
Oh,
something
but
thank you.
like Ninja
I have
Bill
to tell
too,
them.
he doesn't do anything online. I wondered if you wanted to
Mhm.
expand on it a little bit. But but yeah, it's really tough to get by without credit. Like now, with it, I find life easy because I can use Apple Pay all the time, and it's
It's
actually more
it's
secure
dangerous though.
than just using. It's more secure than
Mm.
using a regular credit card, though, because they keep changing the account number
Mm,
and they keep it wherever they keep their records. But
mm.
yeah,
Mm.
supposedly the security is much better. But yeah, uh-huh.
Mm.
Believe me, I get
Yeah.
it.
So yes. Yeah, so that's my limit. So that's my limit on Transformers collecting. I can only buy Transformers off of websites that use gift cards, and there's limits to those websites too. Like I found out on eBay, they only allow a maximum of 4 gift cards at a time, and the maximum amount you can put on an eBay gift card is $200. So eBay allows a maximum of $800 worth of gift cards when you buy stuff off their website. So if you find a Transformers figure going for more than $800, you are not going to be able to buy it with gift cards alone.
Wow.
So I get that.
But
I don't know
yeah,
if there's a limit on Amazon. Because
you could do Amazon gift cards. I'm not sure if there's a limit though. I actually got $100 gift card, and I've been debating on what to get with it. So, because it was originally given to my my autistic son, but it's like, well, there's nothing on Amazon he wants, and my wife's like, you keep it and buy yourself something. So I'm like, okay, car parts, Transformers, Star Wars.
Well, if you have $100 on it, you could pre-order Legacy Magmatron.
I think I got it on pre-order anyway, but that's one of those characters where I have no idea who he is. I'm like, oh, I'll get him just because to get him, but I'm like, I
don't know too much about him, but basically, Magmatron was one of the main Predacon villains from. It was either Beast Wars 2nd or Beast Wars Neo, and basically he's similar to Generation 1 Overlord, where he's such a massive robot. Like, you know how Generation 1 Overlord is such a massive robot, he needs to transform into 2 vehicles. The tank for the jet for his body. The thing with Magmatron is that he's such a large robot, instead of just one beast, he transforms into 3 beasts when he goes into beast mode.
Yep, I know T-Rex. I want to say Rhino, but it's not a Brontosaurus. It's actually a different type of dinosaur, but it's in the family.
No, it's a plesiosaur.
Thank you.
It's a plesiosaur.
It's the third one.
It's the third one. I think it's supposed to be a pterodon or a pterodactyl because it has wings.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And so that's the thing with Magmatron. Basically, he's almost like the second most powerful Predacon after Megatron.
Right.
And he's so massive, he transforms into 3 beasts. That's why he's the main character who's the on the poster image for the Legacy United line. Let's see if these two.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I got it via. Yep.
Yeah, so that robot in the middle of the poster art for Legacy United is Magmatron.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm still debating on it. I think I still have him on hold, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go with it. It's just one of those ones where, am I really invested in getting that character? Am I going to cry about it if I don't? Like I said, Victory's favorite and oh god,
Deathsaurus.
Deathsaurus, thank you. Deathsaurus were like 2 characters. Don't know much about them. I'm not a HasLab fan. I never will be a HasLab fan. And it's like for those that anybody that got them from HasLab, man, I hope it's everything that's worth. Because I heard a lot of good things. Like I said, the only complaint that I heard, and this was from like maybe 2 or 3 people, was the delivery time. It's like it came out and then 3 months later, people are still waiting. They're like, what the hell? And to the point where they actually emailed HasLab and like, what the hell's going on? Why haven't I gotten this thing? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're sending it on the way right now. So you shouldn't have to wait for somebody to complain about it. You need to send it out the day you said you were going to send it out.
Yeah, I know Dennis. Dennis is one of those guys, but he finally got it too.
That was Dennis that happened to.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Me, I would have been like, yeah, okay, you're sending it out. I want some compensation. Not only do I want that source, but you can like refund me or give me a credit towards another product of yours. You know, keep me wanting to do that. HasLab to me is, and I will agree with Dennis on this 150%. Why do I need to invest that much money into a product that you can make and dish out anytime you want to? There's no excuse, no reason why you got to have to beg people, oh, help us make this product and we'll make it for you. No, bullshit. You're a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, it's a sales gimmick.
And that's my thing. Yeah, and that's my thing. My paradox is that for Robots in Disguise, Optimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus, Omega Prime.
Mm.
I'm not as excited for it as I was for Victory Saber or Death Source. I'm on the fence like I was with HasLab Unicron. Like for HasLab Unicron, when I saw the
That was a
retail
joke.
price it was originally going for, I knew I
Mhm.
was never going to get it. So from the get-go, I said that figure is not for me. So,
Mhm.
and I'm starting to have the same thing with RID, Optimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus. Like I watched Robots in Disguise finally on YouTube. I think it's still on YouTube. I
Yeah.
finally watched the series, and I have to be honest, Robots in Disguise, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite Transformers cartoon show.
That's okay.
And yeah, but if they're like the main
Oh wait,
motivation they're
we're
saying
talking already 2015 or 2001. You're talking about 2015, right?
no 2001.
Okay, okay. I haven't finished watching that yet, so I'm still on the
Yeah.
still the
I won't
judgmental.
spoil any. Okay, so I won't spoil anything for you yet, though. But some of the reasons they claimed why they're doing Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime as a HasLab is because they want the figures to have the same physical features, like chromed parts, and having similar size proportions and vehicles that the original action figures had.
Right.
And to that end, I'd say instead of releasing a modern figure with just for the sake of improved articulation or having figures that have more action posing displays, why not just reissue the original figures that they sold back in 2001?
Kind of like what they did with, I don't know, Beast Wars. How they,
Yeah,
yeah, because like I never had any Beast Wars figures.
Same
I
here.
ended up watching the series. Finally, I got it via bootleg, whatever, and I like the way they set it up. It was, and I love the series. So my wife ended up getting a couple of the figures. She's like, "Oh, I got these for Christmas for you. I hope you like it." She got Beast Wars Optimus, Beast Wars Megatron, the original. It's a reissue, but of the original mold. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I missed out on a couple of ones that they had. So I don't have like a Black Arachnia. I don't have a Air Razor and all that stuff. I got Territor, but it's like, okay, you can reissue the original ones, but at least if you're gonna reissue some, maybe get some new molds out of it. You know, please the crowd. You know, please the fandom. That's what it's about. You want money from, and that's the thing with these. That's why I'm always like, why is Hasbro so stupid? They're trying to make the money, but they have, just invest the time into it, invest the science into it. You want our money, we will pay. Anybody on the planet will pay the money for the product, but give us the reason to pay for it. Give us the quality. Give us the size. Give us the math. Give us everything we want.
Mhm.
And we,
like
and
I
I
was
guarantee
hoping,
you,
yeah, because like I was hoping, like with Beast Wars, that at least for Transform, I was hoping last year in 2003 they would reissue some of the original Armada figures for the 20th anniversary of Armada.
Hmm.
yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that
They
yet.
were to
Yeah.
Like if
But
they were to resell the original Armada figures, I would buy them in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like we
true,
got this one. Well,
yeah,
it's not Armada, but we got the Shattered Glass one. But I was hoping for Armada Wheeljack.
But yeah,
So,
oh yeah,
yep.
Shatterglass Sideswipe. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
So,
of repurposing him into a different character. I do that with a lot of figures that I think are cool, but if they share the name with any existing figure that I find equally as impressive and amazing, then I repurpose them. And I actually found out that Shattered Glass, the Shattered Glass version of Sideswipe, his paint job, and by extension, the design of the vehicle mode, even though the vehicle mode and robot mode are based off of Generation 1 Sideswipe, I found out the Shattered Glass paint job is actually based on a Generation 2 character named Drench.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
if you
heard.
look it up, the paint jobs are almost the same.
Huh.
Even
You know what's
has
crazy?
the same stripes.
You know what's crazy? Like I don't know about your Walmarts and your area. Oh, Ken, I don't know if you got a Walmart near you. I think you
No,
don't.
well, I have one in Valley Stream, but it takes like 30 to 45 minutes to get there, so it's not exactly
Same
close.
What
here.
about you? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No. No Walmart.
I'm in
Place?
the same boat as NyHunter Impressions. The closest Walmart to where I live, depending on how traffic on the freeway is, it's a 45-minute drive from my house. So round trip, it's 90 minutes.
Wow.
So
Yep.
yeah.
They
So
put.
even if I were Yeah. So I've timed it from the moment the last time my family visited Walmart, we went for my birthday last year. And from the time we got out of the car to the time we climbed back into the car, it was about 45 minutes. So even if we had just gone to Walmart from our home and then back, the time we spent at Walmart was only a third of the time we were away from our home.
They started putting. So here's the funny story about Walmart. They when they released the Toxicon series, like right now, I can walk in and pick up either Toxicron or G2 Grimlock. The like the G2 Jazz and other guys, they're already on clearance. It's pathetic. Even there, the clearance is like $20. I'm like, no. But I'm just like, it's crazy because like I guess it depends on the location and the fandom. Like G2 wasn't really popular. Like ended up picking up Norb's the G2 Grimlock is like they haven't. Florida doesn't have it. I'm like, you kidding me? They're up here like locusts. And then Ninja Bill was like, I can't find a Toxicron worth a squad. I'm like, well, they had them, they did sell, and then they restocked them, and it still helped. So I was like, all right, get him and get not up. Ken, I would have gotten you something, but you get everything before I can even get my hands on trying to figure out.
And I tend to pick and choose now too because like I was telling some of the guys last time, that I didn't want to expand into other lines, but oh man, those Heat Boys turtles, I'm buying them all. So that's
the TMNTs.
yeah, but Heat Boys where it's like
Where is it?
big mechanized versions that that the turtles are driving, and so yeah.
Where is it? I know. What's his face? Oh, Jesus. So I'm starting to get a little bit tired myself. Ghostmax was saying something about one of the characters. If you happen to see it in your area, to let them know. What was it?
Really?
It was the space Ugani or Unagi.
Huh. Yeah, I think it was a character I wasn't familiar with, if I'm right. So yeah, he'll have to tell us
Hold on.
again.
What do I got here? Yeah, let me just check and look really quick.
Do you want me to try presenting? I haven't presented ever, so want me to try it?
Space Unagi, I think it's called. Yeah, Space Unagi is what it's called. It's the rabbit, I guess, from TMNT.
Oh, the rabbit. Yeah, I don't remember him too
Space
much,
Video.
but yeah. I wonder if they'll make one because they're gonna make a April O'Neil
No, they
too and
did.
everything. Yeah. Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause I looked
but out of the
under.
Heat Boys figures, I wonder. You mind if I try something?
Space Unagi.
You mind if I try something? I'm gonna try sharing screen for a second because I've
go
never
right
done
ahead.
it before. All right, let me try. Thanks.
And guys, always remember if you want to like broadcast this show on your channel, please feel free to. I don't, I'm not going to get jealous, upset, or anything else. I'm hoping that I can at least get. And if anybody out there is watching this, like, share, subscribe, hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. I try to get as much content out for you guys and try to get as many guests as I can because me doing reviews, one day I'll do a review.
Yeah, you got to. I'm pulling for you. Do you see the Show Z page, or I don't know if anybody sees. Oops.
Nope. Hold on. I'm going to bring it up right now. Give me one
all
second.
Right.
And I'm going to put it on Zoom.
Oh, cool. All right. So yeah. So this is how it works. Okay. So yeah. So this is the one that I pre-ordered already, and I ordered. Cool. Michelangelo too. But look at this guy, and then he'll transform into the turtle van too, into the party wagon. So, and he comes with the stand and everything. And so look at this. And here's Leonardo driving him. Nice. And he's just like this awesome mechanized version. So this is one that I have on pre-order, right? But watch this. All right, this one I've already ordered from Terry's Transformer Club, and it's already on the way. But this is the Michelangelo. It's almost like a Heavy Arms, Gundam Heavy Arms. But look, this is like mutagen here, and then he's got headphones you can take off and on, and dreads in the back. But the one I really want is Raphael, and he's not out yet, but I don't even think they've done pictures of Donatello yet. But look at this. This is like, it's so fresh. Like I said, it's going to go in the middle of my shelf somewhere because it just looks so badass. It's just like so cool.
That is
But
cool. How come I
yeah,
can't
that's
do
one.
a screening?
Huh?
My own channel, I can't even do a share screen.
Oh, I just
Right.
hit share screen, so that's probably what you do. But I couldn't present it, so
Right.
that's what
Share
you did.
screen.
So
Yeah,
cool.
share screen. Okay, don't do
Uh-huh.
that share screen. I'm just trying to figure out choose what to share
Yeah.
with share screen. I'm trying to choose something, but
For me, it showed a whole list of different
Mm,
like Chrome
I'm
windows too. So I said share shows these,
mm,
and then boom. So I
that's
turned.
I'll just do it the old-fashioned, old person way. I'll
Uh,
just okay. So I'm just gonna zoom in on this one. Your browser has blocked your screen. Okay, up yours then. Now you're gonna do it. But
oh,
this is Space Unagi from TMNT that Ghostmax is looking for. I'm hoping.
okay.
So
oh, okay.
Oh, it's a NECA figure too. Okay, so that's
yeah.
easy to
So
look for. Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
if you happen to see it, he said
Uh-huh.
to reach out to him, and
Yeah.
he's got PayPal. I
Oh,
definitely know that. So
Uh-huh.
if you happen to see
okay.
it, Ken, let him know,
Uh-huh.
and he will send you the money.
Cool, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know how many episodes he was in, but I don't remember him that well. But I do
Me
remember a
neither.
bunny, a samurai bunny, right? So yeah.
I gotta
Hmm.
watch.
Uh,
I still got the old school He-Man, old
mhm.
school GI Joe. The G.
Mm,
Actually,
Mm.
now if you think about it, and this is funny because I actually got into an argument with somebody. Loved GI Joes from the '80s,
mhm.
and he called it G1. I'm like, wait a minute. Technically, it's not G1. Yes, it is. I was like, the cartoons are fresh, but it's not G1. Yes, it is. No, because if you think about it, where did GI Joe come from? The GI Joes were originally around when my uncles were playing with them back in the 50s and 60s.
Hmm.
So, all technicality, even though it's not Cobra Commando stuff, GI Joe is actually this is a G2 version, and then the 90s would be a G3.
Wow. Oh man.
And the guy was like, "Holy shit, you're actually right."
Yeah. Like the original, because the original GI Joe was 10 inches tall, and he came out in 1964.
That's right. I remember. I saw a lot of pictures of those, and I was like
Uh
thinking to
huh.
myself,
And
"Man, they
Yep,
yeah,
shrunk."
that's
GI Joe was originally.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Wow. Uh-oh, did you freeze? I can't
Yeah,
They
hear you now.
talked
because
about GI
GI Joe
Joe.
originally was a single character, and when they revitalized it in 1983, instead of being one soldier, GI Joe was an entire was the code
Battalion.
name for an entire military for the entire
Yeah,
Yeah.
military.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
love the way. In fact, the first GI Joe figures that my
yeah,
mother had got for Christmas for me,
yeah. Even though
that's
it will never
the snake.
exist. I'm sorry to
No,
interrupt
go
you,
ahead.
Ultramate.
No,
Yeah,
it's no problem.
even though it will never exist, I'm surprised Hasbro hasn't announced that the next HasLab project would be for the GI Joe franchise a new version of the USS Flag. I mean, can you
No,
imagine
The
actually,
if they did
flag. Uh-huh.
have a USS Flag?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Man.
so they are waiting to see what happens because of the F-14 Tomcat that they're going to release.
Mm.
They wanted to see
Mm,
how that worked
It was
out.
not
The
released yet.
flag is still up for debate, though. They are
Uh-huh.
yeah.
talking like, yeah, we want it, we want it. In fact, like
Uh-huh.
I said, one of my figures that I had originally gotten for Christmas back in '82, or yeah, I want to say it was '82, the 3 inch, but it was this guy.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And I found him at
Uh,
Walmart by absolute luck. I was like, because I saw
uh-huh.
the other three guys that they re-released
Mhm.
from the
Hmm.
classified series, but when I saw this, they still have Destro, they still have Gung Ho, Scarlet, and Baroness of this
Mm.
series. But
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a rabbit hole I really don't want to go down.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing because you mentioned the Tomcat and yeah, the Sky Striker, right? And then what is it? Wild Bill's Chopper and
Yeah.
and a lot of those for some reason the what's it called? Those little pods, trouble bubbles. The trouble
Yeah, that's
bubbles.
what like Cobra had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so expensive now. But anyway, for
Hmm.
the HasLab Sky Striker and Wild Bill's Chopper, which I can't remember the name of right now, but I really want those too, but no, I don't want to go down another line. I don't have the space. And if they
Yeah.
release the flag, oh my god, the flag has to be. It would have to be built into a display for me because I have no space for it. I have to put it somewhere where I
The
could use
original
it.
flag was
Oh
the
my god,
original flag was 4 feet tall.
I know. And then you see all the
Imagine if they
commercials.
had grabbed it. Oh my
Uh-huh.
god.
Man, it was right in
Yeah.
the
But
middle of the
imagine if
living
they
room for people.
Yeah, but imagine if they did HasLab it, where it actually had wheels underneath, and instead of being an immobile instead of being an immobile playset, it was an actual moving aircraft carrier that you can move around from room to room.
That
Yeah,
Have
would
the
be
space for it.
something. You
yeah.
know what?
I
Make it
mean,
float
Like
too,
imagine if
so we can put it in the
proper
pool.
lower half of the USS Flag.
for God's
Uh-huh.
sake, they did a 4 foot freaking Metroplex. Some guys
Hmm.
did a four
Oh,
foot
I
Metroplex.
know.
It was
Yep, yep.
beautiful. It was
Uh-huh.
gorgeous. But I'm like, what
Yep.
would I do with a 4 foot Metroplex in my house?
Uh-huh.
And
Yep, yep.
it was fully transformable. I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful. And this guy can make
Yeah.
a fortune if he wanted to make more of them.
Because the original USS Flag, it's 7 feet long from bow to stern. So you're
Wow.
talking the size.
Hold on, I gotta look that up. I thought it was 4 feet long. I'm gonna look up.
No, it's 4 feet
Mhm.
tall and 7 feet long.
Wow.
What was the original length of the
That's
USS
taller.
Flag and the GI
Yep.
Joe toilet?
Yeah. Yeah, the USS Flag, I did not only
Wow,
holds the title of. Yeah, see?
you are wrong. You are wrong. It
Oh.
was 7 feet and 6 inches long.
Oh.
Oh man.
Ah,
3 feet
Mm.
wide.
Oh my god.
That's an entire
3 feet
basement right there.
Mm.
That's an entire basement right there. My God.
That's a playset. Yep, yep. Forget the what is it?
Yeah,
Air
the
hockey
USS
table.
Flag, it not
Forget
only
the
holds
pool
the
table.
title of.
Next week
Yeah.
on How My Toys
Yeah,
Took
I think
Over
the
My
original
House.
G.I. Joe USS. Hmm.
That was
Yeah, I was
that's
going to say the original USS Flag. It not only holds the title of being largest G.I. Joe playset ever released, it's also the largest playset released throughout the entire decade of the 1980s. And I believe it still holds the title of largest playset ever released in history.
yes.
Wow.
There's been
That's
no
exactly
playset
the
that has surpassed the USS Flag.
I mean,
That's
before the
amazing.
flag came out, I think the largest playset that came out was the Death Star from Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
Before they had A New Hope, and that was like
Wow.
that was a 4 level, and I had that. Oh my God! If I would know, if I would have known then what I knew now, oh, things would be so much different. But
Yeah.
you're talking about a 4 level thing. That was the tallest one, but the set itself was maybe about a foot long. But I think at the time that was the largest playset. That's before the flag came in and said, you know what, goodbye.
The
And it is
largest Death
still
Star the largest Death Star I own is the Lego one that came out 20 years ago.
Wow.
that's the work. Oh God.
Oh,
Hold
I've
on.
never seen that
I have
angle.
to
This is awesome. Wow, look at that Death Star. And you've got the beam too.
And that's the episode 6 version of it.
That's
That is a
cool.
thing of
Oh,
beauty.
man.
On the shelf above is the Lego Star Destroyer.
Oh man. Yep, yep. I see a walker too.
Yep.
Is that a Pan Am jet also? Or in the middle?
Yeah, it was.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. My dad worked for Pan Am for a little while.
I mean, the only thing I got, I just actually ended up getting this poster because my wife and I are in love. Like, we love horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can hopefully get this, but she works at a store called SC on TV. Well, which, by the way, if anybody's in the Gundam,
Oh, good.
that's where my wife works, and she's like, you know, if anybody needs something, let her know. But this is a poster that she just picked up.
Oh wow. Scary.
I love this thing. It's got everything.
Are those characters from horror movies?
Yep. Everything currently and past.
Wow.
They even got the house for Amityville Horror right here. Insane. They
Cool.
even. I'm like, damn, they even doing a house. It's not even a character, just a house.
Amazing.
And then after that, like,
Well,
I ended this call. Like,
I don't know if you guys have ever seen.
Come on, BB-8. Get break. Oh, did everybody freeze?
Huh? No. No. Tia Fan Geek was
Yeah.
gonna ask
Yeah.
us about something we haven't seen, or oh, maybe he did freeze. Oh, hope it's not the
Oh,
storms. Oh no, he's moving.
okay,
Yeah,
we're back.
yeah.
He's
Sorry,
back.
my internet my internet signal is very weak. But
Yikes! Oh man, it's
yeah,
not
I
the
was just,
storms already, is
okay.
it?
Well, I'll say
Okay.
this: for the last
I
hour, like the internet's been great with you, man. So,
Uh-huh.
and anybody that's in the chat or anybody watching, welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
You've got anything you want to ask these two gentlemen here? Throw up some comments and all that stuff. You're welcome to join in. There's no stupid questions, only stupid answers. And believe me, I'm the one that can give a stupid answer.
I can give a stupid answer sometime. Yep.
The color is yellow. So join in, hit that like button, and also
So
follow
I
these
was
two
gonna
gentlemen. Awesome comment.
yeah. So what I was gonna ask you guys is, yeah. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, Ultra Megatronus.
No, I didn't say anything. I was
Oh
waiting
no,
for you to.
you're up.
Okay, yeah. So I was just gonna ask if either of you guys have seen the 1983 horror movie Christine. It's
Yeah.
the
I think so.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
haven't
I was
seen
just gonna
horror
say
movies
if
in a
I could
while.
if I were to pick a character from a horror movie to be a crossover Transformers figure, I'd go with that. I mean, can you imagine doing an evil female Decepticon that transforms into a 1950s sports car?
Yeah,
Oh
that would be
yeah, that is
that would
good.
be
Yep,
sad.
yep. Why
That
not
would be
too? They have Ghostbusters, they have Top Gun, they have Back to the Future. Why not? Oh.
Nope, Shatter. I can tell you that right now. And the one reason is if you look at the '84 Bumblebee movie, or the
Mhm.
'80 Bumblebee movie, what color was Shatter? Red.
Red. Uh-huh.
So there you go. There's the answer to that question. It would be
Huh.
Shatter.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah,
Yep,
Shatter
yep.
15.
Well, that's not bad. What's the other one? There was a black, not horror, but there was a black car also in a movie that would just drive around like killing everybody in a race. Or oh man, I gotta get back to my old movies. But
I'm debating on selling my helmet, my Transformer helmet, because
uh-huh.
yeah, no, I ended up like GameStop had Optimus and Megatron helmets for like they were going for like $100 and something, and then when they were selling it, it was like $40.
Hmm.
And then I was like, oh, so 2 for $80 get the helmet? Okay, fine. So I ended up getting them, and all they do is electronic eyes, and they're still in the box. But I'm like, I want to see what happens though. Maybe I'll sell them. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that that I have too, which are like I don't really want to sell, but we'll see. Yeah, because for space and like Ultra Megatronus. If you ever if you ever decide on like Omega or Scorponok, if you want them for the price that I got them for, then I'll be happy to sell them for you for that. They're
That's something for me
really
to think about.
yeah, they're
That's
really
something-
inflated online. In fact, on Facebook, I'm selling them for the inflated prices. But
Yeah.
yeah, for you, you could just pick it up for what I picked it up for, just so I get the space back. So think about it and
Yeah.
let me know.
Okay, so I'll take up more space in my house by buying anyway. Yes, I'm the best one because
Yeah.
see, this is the thing about me and the Titans. Like I wanted them. I ended up getting the only 2 Titans I ended up getting was Devastator and the Ark.
Mhm.
So with the other Titans, I missed out on at the time because of the limited space. I want to say.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That and of course having kids. So priority 1, family first.
Yep.
So I bypassed Metroplex. I bypassed Fort Max. I bypassed a lot of Titans. So I was like, I gotta figure out if I do want it because I mean Scorponok's still interesting, and then Zarek as well.
Yeah. So since I got Black Zarek, well, for me, don't worry about like unless it actually sells for the inflated prices. Like I took the eBay price and I'm selling it on Facebook for that. But it's local pickup also. So if that ever happens, because those are figures that like I said,
Which
I don't
Omega
really
is that? The one from
because they're so cool. But for you, I'll sell it to you. So yeah.
which Omega is that one from the Siege or
Oh, the Omega.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
let
he's
me-
from
Which one is
Siege. His
that?
wings are down here though, because I don't have the room to put the wings on.
Yeah,
So,
that's Siege Omega Supreme.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
But he is
I'll
going
talk to you later. I'll talk to you
Yeah.
later about it because I mean I got Devastator. I mean I should have Omega.
Yeah, they gotta duke it
They
out
got
together.
those two are like the natural born enemies. So I'll talk to you later about that one.
Sure, yeah, but like I said, you probably have time. You don't have to. You don't have to make a move right now because I doubt that
Huh.
someone on Facebook is gonna buy it for the eBay price or something like that. So yeah, so don't worry about it.
You'd be surprised. Well, I believe me when I say I'll understand if you get an offer for it and it's like a good
Mhm,
offer for you. I'll
mhm.
understand that you got to do what you got to do for you first.
Oh no, but
But
it's safe for you
that's the beta.
if you
The
don't want
beta.
to. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
The only Titan class figure I passed on was Cybertron Metroplex.
Hmm. Yeah, Cybertron Metroplex I got and I loved and held on for a while just because of the big saw blade, but then
Hmm.
after a while because of space also New York,
Hmm.
blah, so I had to
Oh,
sell
wait a
him.
minute. Are we talking the Cyberverse version? The not the Cyberverse.
Yeah, that one
The
right with the big saw blade. I called
Yeah, the
him my
Cybertron version. Yeah.
yep yeah.
Yeah,
oh
Legacy.
the okay, yeah. I saw that and I'm like, what the hell is that thing? And then I was
But that
I guess
was part of the mystique at the time. It was like he is nothing but this, at least for
oh
me.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was thought it was originally thought that he was a made up vehicle, but he's actually based off of a strip mining vehicle.
hmm.
yeah, that was the Armada. That was
No,
the Armada,
that was
right?
Cybertron Metroplex.
Right, but wasn't he off of the
Cyberverse,
Armada
Cyberverse.
series?
What?
Is it
Wasn't he from the
Cyberverse?
Unicron series though?
Yeah, the Unicron trilogy.
Thank you.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
that's what I
yep.
was trying to get out.
Yeah, Armada, Energon, and Cybertron.
I gotta try and watch those series. I've heard so many different things from different people. Like I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. I heard the story was great. I heard the story was sloppy.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
I gotta. I just want to check it out for myself one day, but
Mhm.
I hope you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
here's the
thought it was
thing.
a fun series. Uh-huh.
Yeah, here's the thing. I was introduced to the Transformers franchise with Transformers Armada back in 2003. And at the time, I was coming out of a huge depression. And I had been seeing a psychiatrist, and they basically told me to try and find a new look on life. And so one day I was flipping through TV channels, bored of the shows I'd already been watching and was used to. And as I was flipping through the channels, all of a sudden I saw this red and blue truck transform into a robot. And it was the Armada version of Optimus Prime. And that's how
Nice.
I was introduced to the Transformers. So here's the thing with the three Unicron trilogy cartoon series. Armada is good. It starts off slow, just like
Mhm.
animated and Cyberverse did.
right.
Where you start off slow, and then by the end of the series, you don't want it to end because it's filled with so much action. That happens in Transformers Armada.
Mhm.
Energon is arguably for most fans. Energon is down with Beast Machines and the Prime Wars
Uh,
trilogy cartoons and being one of the worst series. I personally find I've only watched Beast Machines one time, and I've seen Energon at least 2.5 times. So
I've seen Beast Machine. Well, I haven't finished Beast Machines, but I can understand, I guess, where they're saying it's not Beast Wars.
Yeah, I really like Beast
This,
Machines.
but Beast Machines was
Yeah.
not that. It was.
yeah. So the thing with
Mhm.
Transformers Energon is you either like it or you don't, and there isn't much middle ground with Energon. But Cybertron, here's the thing with Cybertron. It originally wasn't supposed to be a sequel to Armada and Energon. Takara Tomy made it yet another new series, but Hasbro decided to make it a sequel to have the three cartoons become a trilogy. So the thing with Cybertron is that it's inconsistent because since it was originally supposed to be an independent series, it repeats some of the events in Armada where the Transformers come to Earth for the first time,
Right.
and then you have them. But what they did to make it a sequel to Armada and Energon was they said that I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this for you if you haven't watched Transformers Cybertron yet.
No, I'll have a memory of forgetting it later on, so I'm good.
Yeah. So the main thing that happens with Cybertron is that a super powerful black hole threatens to suck in all of the entire universe, and the Autobots need to find the Cyber Planet keys and the Omega Lock to destroy the black hole. And to make Cybertron a sequel to Armada and Energon, the black hole was created when the Autobots finally destroyed Unicron at the end of Transformers Energon. And
Mhm.
but and then
The storyline being completely insanity.
exactly. But here's a little bit of trivia, and I wish Hasbro had better publicity on doing this back in 2005 when Cybertron was launched. To explain the inconsistency of the Transformers arriving on Earth and meeting the humans for the first time again in Cybertron when they already had done so in Armada, Hasbro asked Simon Furman to come up with a brief story, and he wrote a little article that was put on the internet for a short while where he said that, where Simon Furman basically explained that when the black hole was created, it warped reality and erased the memories from the Transformers and the humans meeting each other in Armada and Energon. And basically the black hole was a reset button, and the events of Armada and Energon basically never even happened. And
Oh
so
my God.
when
Oh,
Cybertron
that's nice.
but after Simon Furman wrote that article, Hasbro didn't publicize it or try to make it official fiction. It was just like, okay, read this article, and if you didn't, you missed out on it. And that article was supposed to be a key feature of Cybertron, but it was a one-time thing that Hasbro didn't massively try to share with the Transformers fandom.
Yeah.
And almost nobody knows that brief article Simon Furman wrote to explain
That's
the
okay.
inconsistencies between Cybertron with Armada and Energon. But
That's
when you
okay.
find out about it, it explains away all the inconsistencies and why you're going, this is a sequel series when it feels like a reboot.
Huh.
That's okay. We had that back in 1985. It was called Voltron.
Ah,
First, and then all of a sudden we got cars. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
The hell
I
is
always
this?
looked out for those
How did
3
you go from
robots
to
too.
car?
Mhm. Yep.
But they
I
did,
thought that
but
was
then
very cool.
when they did the Fleet of Doom episode, where both the Voltrons meet, that was actually something that was American made because
Mhm.
Japan was like, why did you destroy our series? We need to fix it. Okay, fine. We'll come in, we'll draw it, and we'll merge the two bots together and say, hey, well, not merge them together, just like, we'll have them team up together and we'll say this would happen. But it was such a horribly written, spliced up.
But
And
as a kid,
I do
I
see that.
loved it. I loved it, and I waited for that. It was given, I think, on a Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., and I waited for that, and I said, "This is awesome!" And I have all the episodes upstairs right now. And
I have them too, and I said to myself, Fleet of Doom, huh? I gotta own it. I gotta own it because nope,
Yep.
I own it. And I went
Yep.
through
Yep.
the Brian bot. I got to go through my thing
yeah.
and go because I got so many things I still gotta watch. I still gotta finish watching 2001 RID.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Watched Transformers Prime, but I basically saw them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta watch the Car Voltron. Gotta watch the Lion Voltron. It's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But,
there's so much to watch.
Yeah.
and you think that's the best stuff. I mean, hell, imagine growing up in an era where you're like, you go from Transformers hearing Peter Cullen to now Voltron hearing Peter Cullen.
Mhm.
It's like, what? Weren't you on the last show? And why is this different from this show? And what the heck? You're giving me a migraine, folks.
And that's the
Man.
problem with, and that's the paradox that voice actors have faced in the past. Like if they have this, some voice actors who are really great and have a great reputation with the public,
Mhm.
and they voice more than one cartoon character that the public enjoys watching and becomes memorable. The paradox is that that voice actor, they probably have just one voice and they use that one voice on different characters. I mean, they could try and alternate it a bit, but the truth is there's a lot of great voice actors out there who have just one voice and they use that one voice on every cartoon character that they're asked to provide a voice for. I mean,
That is true.
one example of a voice actor using one voice on separate characters that became iconic that I can think of off the top of my head is Chris Latta, may he rest in peace, doing the voices for both Wheeljack and Cobra Commander.
Yep. Oh man, he's the reason why I like Cobra Commander. So
Well, for anybody that watches Transformers and really wants to get tripped out, just remember this. The voice of Megatron is also the voice of Fred from Scooby-Doo. Figure that.
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
yeah,
that's true.
That was
yeah.
trippy.
But I don't know if you guys watched it. I've watched it with your kids, but throughout the '90s and into the 2000s, Peter Cullen voiced Eeyore on Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
That I did not know.
Yep.
You know what it is? With my kids being young in this day and age, they're missing out on so many of these cartoons. So
Mhm.
I try to,
Well,
like today, I showed my son Captain Planet for the first time, and
oh God, please don't let him look it up online. Please don't let him look it up online.
If you
He'll
want to
get
introduce your kids to a show that teaches kids um,
the world is yours.
about the world. If you want to teach my suggestion, if you want to introduce your kids to a cartoon show that shows what happens in the world around us, I recommend the Magic School Bus as a cartoon to share with your kids. Not the real, the one from
I can't because I drive a school bus.
ah
You want to talk about how many disappointed kids get on the bus and like, this is not like the one I saw on television. What's that? The Magic School Bus. How come it doesn't fly or shrink and go into things like that?
It's
mhm.
a TV show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get real.
No, but I
Watch
think
Transformers.
Uh-huh.
But
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
he's seen
just
a couple episodes of Magic School Bus actually, and Sesame Street and Mister
80s
Rogers.
cartoons will always be the dominant cartoon era. And why?
Hmm.
I'll give you a few names.
Hmm.
Yeah, Joe, Transformers,
Hmm.
Thundercats, because I'm
Silverhawks.
Silverhawk, Mask,
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Real
Spider-Man.
Ghostbusters.
Mm.
Yep,
Oh
the real.
yeah, the real ones and the fake ones.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, believe it or not, they actually did a live action of the original of that first Ghostbusters movie. They did do a live
Huh.
action one. It was just crap.
Uh,
Let's see, what else was there? You had Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which I love the new movie for the fact that they
Yeah.
actually. Have you ever seen the original Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
yeah, with the
Yeah.
chubby Mario and the
Captain Lou.
skinny.
Yep.
Oh, and then I love the Zelda cartoon too, but it didn't come on very often.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was like a once a week deal. I love the fact that when they did the new Super Mario movie that they actually did that song. I'm like,
yeah, that was funny. That was so funny.
I don't want to watch Chris Pratt playing Mario. This isn't going to be right. And then all of a sudden, it's like they introduced the song. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, flashbacks. I just sat down and I was like, okay, I'm watching this now.
Mhm.
And it was
Yep,
well
yep.
done. I mean, what else was there that they did?
Yeah, you know what I like?
Well, we're talking
Was,
about cartoon shows from the '80s that were successful.
Donkey
Let's-
Kong. They
Yeah.
actually did
the
Donkey
ones
Kong.
that were
Yeah.
not successful
Ultron.
that I liked were like, what was it called? Oh no, there was
He-Man.
a Hubert cartoon that was awesome. I thought there was a racing one.
Which ones were you talking
Pole
about? Tia?
position. Pole position
Yep.
was really good. Man,
What were you going to ask me, Ultra Megatronus?
Oh no, what were you going to say before? I'm sorry, because you were about to say something.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, well, if we're talking about cartoons from the 80s that were popular, if I had to pick my top 5 favorite cartoons from the 80s, which I only watched in reruns because I wasn't alive yet when those shows aired. But if I had to pick my top 5 favorite cartoons in the 1980s, Transformers, of course, would be number 1. Number 2 would have to be, let's see. Darn, it's kind of hard to choose the rest. Number 2 would probably have to be Thundercats. Number 3 would be He-Man. Number 4 would be Silverhawks. Because I just really like Silverhawks.
Yep. That would be high on my list. Yep.
Yeah, and then number 5, I honestly
G.I. Joe.
maybe. The thing is, I've never watched G.I. Joe, and that's the thing. The reason I never got into G.I. Joe is because when I was a kid, my parents didn't let me buy military toys because they didn't want me to think the idea that army men fighting and killing each other was something funny.
It's weird because they never killed anybody in G.I. Joe.
They were going to in the movie, but then thanks to the bad publicity with Optimus Prime, they switched.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He woke up. Yep.
Yeah. Hasbro found out the hard way that.
Sir Chauncey, welcome aboard.
Hey,
How
Chauncey
are you?
Hayworth.
Oh, I forgot
very
about
cool.
Robotech. I forgot
Oh,
about
I
Robotech.
love Robotech. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh
All right, so
man,
you
that's
did your
right.
top five. Ken, what's your top five?
Man, it's a lot of what TFN Geek said too. I think, well, Transformers, GI Joe, Silverhawks. For me, Thundercats is not there. I think Mask first, and then Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends probably
Uh,
would be on there too. So because of that, and I love the episode where they visit the X-Men because Firestar
Yeah.
and Iceman were X-Men. Oh man, that was so cool. But
yeah, well,
yeah.
most people Australian for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I mean, I hate to say it, but I cannot do a top five because there were so many good cartoons in the day, and like I said, I'll list them off. This is and this is the funny thing too. Now, if this was based on the Monday through Friday slot,
Mm.
then I would say okay, Transformers, GI Joe, Thundercats, He-Man, and Mask.
Yeah.
That was because they did the syndicate 5 days a week. And it was a weekend deal.
I hope you guys don't judge me, but we're talking about cartoons from the 80s in general. My fifth one is the only one that's not an action cartoon or had a line of action figures. My fifth all-time favorite cartoon from the 80s is a pup named Scooby-Doo. That's just always been my favorite Scooby-Doo cartoon.
That's awesome. No, actually, one of my favorites is the Gummy Bears. And
at least you guys, at least you guys, if you were that, like, I was bored, I watched Gem and the Hologram.
That was a Sunday morning one for me. I don't know if it was the weekday one.
That was a weekday one. I guess it was a syndication. That was, it was just like, okay, I watched it. It had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I watched it waiting for something after it. I can't remember what it was, but it happened to be there. There was some bunny called Bucky also that I really liked watching. Bucky, Bunny, something.
My thing is, since I was a kid during the 1990s, I grew
Bucky
up with
O'Hare.
I grew up with 90s cartoons. So some of my favorite cartoons from my childhood were like Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Simpsons, which is now a shell of what it once was, and what other cartoons came out in the 90s?
All the Disney stuff was really good too.
Well, the Disney Renaissance was going on. So Disney had
time. Name, if you could, all right. So this is the Disney lineup because I agree.
Yeah.
DuckTales, Chippendales, Darkwing Duck, and
DuckTales.
DuckTales. The airplane one. That's the airplane one.
I don't care. Everybody in this group had to have played the DuckTales video game at least once in their life.
Oh my gosh, that was good. They were all good. Because they were all made by Capcom, and Capcom was good. So
did you get the remake?
Right. So,
did you get the remake of DuckTales, Ken?
Of the video game, I don't know of any remake, but I have that retro game system that I have, and the original one is there.
I take that back. So what happened was they took the Nintendo DuckTales game, cleaned it up, got the original voice actors, and they redid the game on Xbox.
Oh yeah, they never had real voices, did they? In Nintendo,
nope, they're not the thing, but you should still be able. I believe you can still get the game on like if you have Xbox Live.
Oh no, I don't. I was always a Sony person.
They might have it on Sony too. I don't see why they wouldn't have it on the PlayStation. But they did.
Oh, we talked last week. Oh yeah, about how Microsoft was moving their stuff right to Sony also, so they might end up with it in the future, if not now.
When is Microsoft ending this once and for all? Because my wife just got me the Xbox Series X. I'm like, please tell me I did. She didn't waste her free points on a game because she got the game for free for me. And I'm like,
but yeah, I don't know. That was news to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're still releasing games right now, so it's like, well, what are you doing? Are you keeping the Microsoft? Or are you just getting smart and just saying, we're going to have it for this system and that system? I'll take that. I'll go for that.
Well, I hope I don't put a downer on your opinions on video games, but when I think of how low quality some video games are, I'm just wondering if the companies are secretly trying to repeat the 83 video game apocalypse.
No, I think what's going on is they're doing the Sega debacle.
Oh, yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Oh
because the
boy.
sound didn't do too good. And when Dreamcast came out, so here's the thing about the Dreamcast, because I used to work in a games department years ago. I was a manager at the time. And Sega Dreamcast would have been the console of consoles. The
Hmm.
problem was is that when Sony came out with the PlayStation 2, they did one thing that killed it for Dreamcast, and that was putting a DVD player in the PlayStation 2. Now with the PlayStation
Uh-huh.
2, the DVD player, if you did the games and the play and you did the DVD player, it did wear out.
Uh-huh.
But that was at the time ahead of its game. So it was like when Dreamcast didn't do that, that's what killed them. They could have had all like the success. They had the graphics. In fact, it was proven that the Dreamcast had better graphics than the PlayStation 2. The
Mhm.
only reason why it failed was because PlayStation 2 put the DVD player in there, and it was, I believe, they were upping it up for Blu-rays, but
Mhm.
DVDs at the time were still fairly new. They were transitioning out of videotape,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
yeah,
So one
I
could argue the PlayStation 2 success was it played with the idea of one device doing multiple things at the same time, and that's what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
and here's the
Yeah.
funny thing: it's not the first console to ever think about doing that because if you want to go back in
Mhm.
time, ColecoVision. They were the first
Mm.
console to actually incorporate it, and I wish I had it. Incorporate the expansion module, which allowed you to play Atari games. And at the time,
Wow.
and this was the crazy thing. At the time, they were breaking the law on that because they made the expansion module for the machine so you could play the Atari games, but never got permission from Atari themselves.
Mm.
Did I ever show you this? These are things that I found in a box from the old days.
Oh wow!
So my dad did get
Oh,
an Atari in the past, and these happened to be in um, in a box along with my laser tag on the
so
floor over here. Yep.
Ken, I'm going to give you some good news.
Uh huh.
So Atari is just really re-released the original 2600 series to make it
That's awesome.
compatible, with the flat screens, the
Hmm.
flat screen TVs. Here's the
Hmm.
Hmm.
cool part: those games that you're holding in your hand, you can
Uh
put
huh.
into that machine now, so those are not a waste. You can play,
Wouldn't that be
Wow!
something? Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
you can play those
Big
games
dog,
physically. You just
man.
got to pick up the Atari 2600 reissue, and you can play
Uh
those games. Yep,
huh.
that's
Amazing. As long as they don't look like just pixels on the screen. Well, they are pixels, but I mean,
almost still have
hopefully
the same
they
graphics,
look
but
pretty
at
clean,
least
though. I hope.
you can at least say, "Oh crap, I can play my original Atari games on this reissue Atari machine," and
Uh,
you can get more of that stuff too.
oh my gosh.
Listen,
The old,
yeah,
yeah, all the old stuff is coming back. It's like, you know what? We were talking
Hmm.
about movies earlier, and like so many of the old movies are coming on sale too. Like I have Voodoo, and I have some of my collection on Prime also, and I just got like the whole Godfather set, and I got Field of Dreams, and I got
Hmm.
the Karate Kid series and the old one, not the new one. But and they were like $5 each for a series, and it was amazing. I was like, I can't pass this up. I want to watch these again.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
amazing. All these classics are coming back so cheaply.
oh,
But then, oh, can I just say one more thing? But then you have this Crunchyroll Funimation thing that tells you, hey,
Hulu.
should I be buying all this digital movie and shows, because Funimation is closing down, and everyone who
What?
has bought series, yeah, everyone who
Oh
had
man!
bought their series on Funimation is going to migrate to Crunchyroll. And although I love
Mm.
Crunchyroll, their series will not be there anymore. They're not going to honor them. They're not going to have a digital library.
Hmm.
So all the people who had a digital library will no longer have a digital library. And could that happen to Voodoo, and could that happen to Amazon, where I would lose my whole collection? I don't know. But at least I'm not spending a ton of money on it, I guess.
That
But it's in the
stinks.
back of my. It is. It does stink
Yeah, I mean,
because. Mhm,
I really enjoy Funimation for
mhm,
some of the anime that they
mhm,
distributed in the United States. Because
mhm,
here's the thing: when I was a kid, I didn't really get into video games because I got into Star Wars before I got
mhm,
into Transformers.
mhm.
Yep.
So I collected Star Wars merchandise before I collected Transformers, and as you saw earlier a while ago, I also got into Legos when I was a kid. So I was into more plastic toys than video games. Not to say that I didn't own any video games when I was a kid. I still have my Game Boy Color console
Nice.
from 1998.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
before I forget, it was the DuckTales game was actually remastered on the PlayStation 3. So if you still have a PlayStation 3,
Oh, I do. It's over there actually. I keep it for Marvel versus Capcom too. Huh?
Yep, if you go on the digital store, you should still be able to get that DuckTales game, and it was such a fun game.
Oh my
All
gosh,
right,
DuckTales was fun.
so I gotta say I gotta get off.
No, me too. It's hard. It's hard to say it, but it's getting
This
so
is
late
now the
for us.
longest stream I've done yet. Somebody was like, "Oh, do a 24-hour stream." Okay, who would want to watch?
If we watch movies together,
Actually, I
maybe.
looked on YouTube. The current record for longest live stream that's been done on YouTube, at least, is currently 101 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, they can have that record. I'm not doing that.
That's yeah. Oh
no, I
man.
don't want to end up like that Halo guy that played for 48 hours straight and then ended up dying on.
Yikes.
No, thank you. So
well, the world record for a person who's gone the longest without getting any sleep was 11 days, but Guinness no longer recognizes that due to the health risks that lack of sleep poses.
Yikes.
Take it easy, Sir Chauncey. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh man.
So that being said, I guess we're gonna call it a night because 4 hours and 3 minutes is a long time for even me.
Yeah. Oh man. But like I said, it's really hard to say goodbye because I love hanging out with you guys. So this is really nice.
Yeah, again, thank you, gentlemen, for coming out and hanging out with me. And if anybody's still watching, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Not only to myself, but to these two gentlemen as well. They do awesome reviews and give you excellent content and information on stuff, Transformers, and anything else out there that they're aware of. So, with that being said, if you'd like to give your outro, I'll start you off with TFN Geek.
All right, so my name is TFN Geek. It's short for the Transformers Fan Geek, and as you can see by the wall of Transformers boxes behind me, I love to talk everything Transformers related, whether they be exclusives, hard to find figures, mass retail figures, and the occasional old school Transformers figure that came out years ago. I love to talk everything Transformers related, and thank you, Ultra Megatronus, for having me here on your live stream. So yeah, please come by and visit my channel, hit the like button, and subscribe. I am close to reaching 800 subscribers, so wish me luck on getting that. I'm currently at 740, I believe.
So let's hook them up and get them to 800 people. Let's make that happen. Spread the word, definitely. And then we get to Ken.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's NyHunter impressions. I know it looks like NyHunter impressions. A lot of people, especially in the UK, make that mistake. But it's NyHunter impressions because I live in New York. But yeah, come visit. Come chat, leave comments, watch the long form videos, watch the shorts. I try to do a daily short every day. It's been busy lately, work and stuff. But yeah, feel free to comment about anything, and I just love conversation with everyone. I do Transformers, but as I've talked with these folks here about, I'm just about to get into Heat Boys Turtles. I'm back into Gundams. I gotta find time to build my heavy arms and my Death Scythe, and figuring out what to do with videos there too. But a lot of good stuff happening, and would love comments, subscription or subscribers, and just a good conversation. I think I'm at like 650 or 660 or something like that. But anyway, join me as well and these guys. We just have a blast. Thanks.
Yes, that leaves only me. And again, gentlemen, thank you for coming out and joining me on this wonderful Saturday, aka Sunday morning now. Always fun talking with you guys. Always great to learn new things about Transformers as well as any other topic out there. Because my memory is, I'm getting old.
Nah, don't say that. You're only as old as you feel, right? I tell my wife, don't say you're old. It'll be a booby trap for you. So don't think that way.
Yeah. I got time. I still got, as long as I'm still breathing, I'm still young. So that being said, guys,
Yes.
I am Mark Sebastian, aka Ultra Megatronus. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and not only to myself but to these gentlemen here and the other guests that I've had on the air tonight. They come up with awesome content. You've heard it from me before. I do this every Saturday from at 9 o'clock. Only time it would be different is if I am trying to hook up with somebody that has a different time zone ahead of myself, or that accommodates everybody else. So I'll always keep you posted on the time frames that we do, but it's always going to be on Saturday. And again, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. And don't forget, you're never too old to feel too young, especially when it comes to collecting. Always feel special in that situation. So again, thank you very much, guys, and have a great night. And I hope you guys enjoy the outro because I'm still trying to get used to this stuff here. But
Yeah, nice.
this is how we end the show.